So now that I think about it, y'all think it's still like partially like he's still in battle mode a little bit?
No. Hell nah.
Nah. You don't think so? That's why I said it's a subliminal. It's a subliminal diss. Is there like some? Wait 1 second, Kobe. Then I'm going back on mute because I said I would be on mute. But are there any bars in there that are subliminal disses to any, like, you know what I mean? That's all I'm asking.
Oh yeah, he shot everybody.
Right, so then could it? Yeah, okay, that's all I wanted to ask because I see it the way that I said it the first time, as like shutting people up, but I also heard a couple of bars in there that's like, ooh, who he talking to type deal. So I don't know. I just wanted to know what y'all's feedback is.
He probably thought the battle was gonna last longer. He probably had a couple on the cut in there, you know what I mean? And that's one of them right there.
That's why I said it kind of gave me the vibe like he was just poking a dead body with a stick. Like, nigga, come out and play, nigga.
I thought we was going toe to toe. I didn't think he would. But you know what? Like you said, I think he had this shit in the cut, you know what I'm saying, for the battle. He realized people wouldn't fucking with like his other tracks that sounded just like this, you know what I'm saying, and he had to come out with the one hitter, you know what I'm saying, the haymaker. And now that the haymaker took out the whole shit, okay, boom, let me just throw this bitch out of here. This is one I had in the background. There you go.
But TJ, they still playing that at Euphoria though. It ain't like
all that. Yeah, but when that shit dropped, nobody was on that shit like that. Yeah, it had some rare shit that motherfucker was hitting, but it wasn't like it was like, okay, this is not battle, battle ready. Basically, what I'm trying to say. You can't compare it to They Not Like Us because They Not Like Us exceeded all expectation. That shit. And that's what I say. He had to change it up, drop They Not Like Us because people wasn't really feeling it like that. Not for a battle. He probably had that before all those other songs, though. You know what I mean? He probably was like, all right, let me just wait. This is one of my swings right here. Let me just drop all these ones that I got. And then we're gonna put this one out. You know what I mean? And then we're gonna drop some more because I got another haymaker coming too. Because I think all this is like all of it's Kendrick style. And he's been doing this type of shit.
But what do you think he's saying? Everybody's making assumptions, but what do you think he's actually saying?
Like, think about it, he's not saying nothing new. There's nothing like saying that he made this track after the battle. This is like the shit that he's saying is the same shit that he was saying in the other tracks during the battle. He's been saying the shit since Pimp the Butterfly. He's been coming with his message rap, like in the culture, like trying to rap about the culture.
And y'all are generalizing. I'm saying, what do you think? Why do you think he said what he said in the song? That's what I'm asking y'all. Y'all are generalizing too much. I understand this is regular conscious rap shit. Like, I get that. I'm saying the actual message itself, because like he's speaking directly to everybody, and in my eyes, I feel like he misread what Not Like Us was actually saying. I think he think Not Like Us is representing how everybody wants the culture to go in the direction of, and I feel like that was him addressing it in this song. But at the same time, I think people was just there for the fuck shit, and I don't think he know that.
That's a good point. There for the fuck shit, like a battle's supposed to be. Not no conscious shit that I can sit here and gotta listen to 5 times just to catch a line. That's crazy.
Okay, so here's my thing. This is what I want to say.
Go ahead,
this is what I want to say real quick. Y'all, I don't know. Sometimes we gotta break down bars and kind of like get a artistic framing or understanding, because it sounds like there's a lot of generalization of Kendrick as what he's done in the past, but you're not really looking at him as an artist and what he might be trying to convey in not just this song, but any of the other songs. Just like someone said earlier, and I'm not saying just for Kendrick or anything because I'm a fan, but I think, the expectation is that, this is what he does, this is what he does. But I just heard somebody say, like, people are still catching, new shit in every song. I think I heard Wax say something about something the other day in Not Like Us. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like,
you talk about his
read the bars, look at the bars and see what it's saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause if you look at this song, like, Watch the Party Die, like the first 2 bars in there, it's saying something. You know what I'm saying? Like the second bar is like, this shit done got too wicked to apologize. Now that's a message to something about something. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just
To answer that question, I think he tried to say his message is that he thinks he's the best, he's the greatest, but there's not just one way to go about becoming the greatest. You don't gotta. I hate using this phrase, but you don't gotta sell your soul to become the greatest. You can still, you feel me, have integrity and do it your way, and not sell your morals out. But he's still saying he's the greatest. And that's the thing about Kendrick. Like, he really
okay, but are you talking about that bar? Hold on for a second. Hold on. Are you talking about that? Okay, so this. Okay, can we do this real quick? It says this shit done got too wicked to apologize. What did you hear in that bar? I just want specifically that particular bar.
In my opinion, when I hear him say this shit done got too wicked to apologize, I automatically think of the beef with him and Drake, and him like saying like ain't no making up, no coming back.
Okay.
Type shit.
I wonder if anybody else hears anything different. I'm saying, hopefully y'all will do something like that one day.
What did you catch? Trying to bring back that essence of hip hop, bro. Like, he's really trying to bring back, like, I don't know, it's a component that hip hop has been lagging, it's been missing, or slowly but surely been fading away. And I think Kendrick is bringing it back, or at least attempting to.
You know what? Y'all got it. This nigga ain't God. How the hell he gonna bring it back? I mean, I get what he's trying to do. I get what he's trying to say, but you know,
my nigga TJ is upset.
Yeah, but it's go ahead.
No, go ahead, Peach Man.
Whoever that is, don't fuck with Kendrick. He don't fuck with him at all.
Listen, I fuck with Kendrick. I'm thinking battle worthy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not it.
But that's the thing, though, bro. The battle's over. Kendrick done killed this nigga.
So why the hell you drop this track then? If the battle's over, you should have kept that shit in the lip because you realized that it wasn't working in the battle because nobody was fucking with none of that philosophical shit, and they wanted some shit from this that's gonna pop, like us. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you would have dropped another track.
That nigga's a real MC, bro. Like, he's from that ilk of, like, hip-hop and MCing. So, when I say, like, I got the vibe of him poking a dead body with a stick and, like, trying to, like, assert dominance, which is not something Kendrick usually does, by the way. Like, he's very humble. But it's funny, Drake actually says, he got a line where he says, being humble don't work as well as being aware. And I think that nigga, Kendrick, is a little bit more aware with what's going on and with what he's putting into the game. And that's my opinion about the whole thing, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. Like, yeah, it's a battle, but nigga, the battle over. Nigga, Kendrick won. You feel me? Like, Drake.
If Drake dropping the track right now,
all Drake does is not.
We're gonna forget all about this song. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Well, it's still ain't
because Drake already dropped multiple tracks, and we.
Could I ask you a question? What was I gonna say? Sorry, go ahead, Pizza Man. I apologize.
No, I was just saying Drake already dropped multiple tracks, and that nigga dropped 100 gigabytes worth of data, of video footage, songs, all type of shit, and niggas still ain't forgot about none of that. So hell no, that Kendrick didn't just beat this nigga; he massacred the nigga. And I used to be one of Drake's biggest friends. That nigga's like one of my favorite rappers, bro. But it's the truth.
Oh yeah, you was that Drake nigga. Drake
nigga. Yeah, Drake. Yeah, nigga. What? Stop.
All right, yeah.
I'm a fan of the best. I like to study the best. I'm a fan of the best.
Grand Rising, salute the morning show.
Until he got his ass handed to him, in my opinion, my nigga, like, for our generation, as far as his pen went, that nigga was the best.
So my last 2 questions. Do you think he might have dropped the song because for the past couple of days, people was talking about him and it was a relevance thing? And then how many views or streams has the song had since yesterday? I'm curious.
I don't even think Kendrick moved like that.
I think he only dropped it on Instagram, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he only dropped it on Instagram, but it should show like how many streams on Instagram, right?
I don't know if it does that.
No.
I don't think it does that. I don't think it collects the views on Instagram and shit. They might have like background analytics and different shit like that. But yeah.
It got 2.4 million likes. That's a lot in a day.
That's a fact.
Man, they gonna like that shit just because that shit say Kendrick. Nah, it tells you the plays on Instagram. It tells you the plays. It's at 29 million right now.
Okay, but you gotta think.
You.
I don't think it counts for every view. I think it just counts for every count that viewed it. Because if I watch the video 5 times, it won't count all 5 of those videos. It'll just count it like I seen it that one time.
Nah, that's on YouTube. Instagram will count every click, I believe.
I think it's the other way around.
And does it go by how many seconds? Like, doesn't that start as soon as you swipe past that shit? So is it even a real view?
If the video start playing, it'll count. It'll count as a view as long as the video start playing.
We gotta fact check that out. Check it out.
But did you say 29 million?
It's at 29 million since yesterday, yeah. With 2.4 million likes.
That was kind of smart. 29 million in a day. I don't know. What y'all think about that? If that's true.
That's a lot, man. That's a big ass number.
It's a lot.
Yeah, Instagram.
Is it once it starts? Because if it counts once it starts, if I scroll and I see that thing and then the video starts, that counts as a view, but I don't fully watch it.
But see, Kendrick don't post like that, so everybody gonna watch that shit. If you see Kendrick on your timeline, 9 times out of 10 you gonna watch the shit because he don't post that.
If it's on Instagram, it counts every single time somebody watches it, even if you post it and you watch it every time. It's going to count your watches as well.
Yeah.
Nah, that's not true. If the person leaves after like 10 seconds.
I do this shit on my own Instagram, man. I'm telling you, it counts.
Oh, you said Instagram, or you said YouTube? My bad.
I said Instagram.
Yeah, no, YouTube, you could watch it a million times. It's gonna count that one. It's gonna go to your IP address and count that one.
Wait. I think it says no, Instagram does not show. That's cap, gang. I do this shit, gang. I get paid for Instagram views, gang. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I low-key work for an Instagram company. A sub-company too.
Instagram is counting every single view, even if you watch it and you posted it. It's counting that shit. I get paid Instagram.
That's a fact. I work for a sub-company through Instagram.
Now, Famous, does it count how many?
None of you niggas.
Famous, do it go up by how many seconds, or do it go once?
You click on that motherfucker.
Once the video starts playing,
you click on that bitch. It don't matter. If you watch the whole thing. You can watch 1 second of it. It's getting counted.
That's my point. So we talking about 29 million views compared to 2,400,000 likes.
What you really need to pay attention to on Instagram is the impressions. Like people commenting and sharing and shit like that. Because the views don't really mean shit.
1 million likes, bro. Ain't nothing about no thousands with this post.
Nah, I changed it. I said 2.4.
If he got 2.4 million likes on there, he's really doing those numbers.
Yep. The views is in my PTR. That's a big ass number.
In your PTR, if you go to somebody's page that posts a video and you click on like who commented on it or woo, it'll show you how many times it's been played. That definitely is every time the person watched it and every time anybody's ever seen it.
Famous. It's whenever the video starts
and you scroll past it, play for 1 second, that counts.
Yeah, it's whenever the video starts. So as long as it ain't buffering and it's playing, that counts as a view.
Definitely right. If you scroll past that motherfucker and it play for half a second on your shit, that shit counts as a view.
Yeah.
So how do you quantify 29 million views in one day as far as impact?
If that's not YouTube, I wouldn't at all.
Nah, that's
Why
crazy.
you say that? 29 million
Because
homes is important.
the algorithm is going to force the video on your page. You might not even be trying to look at that shit. You might scroll past it. And what they do on Instagram now is they're giving people counts for story views too. So if you post it on your story and somebody look at your story and just scroll past your story, that counts as a view as well. That's what they doing now.
They doing on YouTube like that too.
But I think that's okay.
Now YouTube a little different, deal.
They not doing that on YouTube.
So the fact that there's 29 million views in one day is not an astronomical number, regardless of what platform, regardless of what's in your algorithm, just by chance. I mean,
man, hell yeah,
30 million is a great number.
All right, so again, my question is, even people who are like, they don't like the song, blah, 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 the battle's over, blah, blah, blah. As far as impact, what does that mean? Does
He
it
still
mean
get
anything
paid off the
or
views,
no?
Sunshine.
Man, that's a big ass
He still
impact. So
getting
it
paid
shows.
off that.
Maybe everybody doesn't understand my question, but
I do. On a scale of 1 to 10, it's a 10. All right? Nigga, that shit like a 12. Yeah.
13. That nigga still getting paid off that shit, so it don't matter what nobody think.
I think it has to do with the whole relevancy conversation that everybody keeps saying. Like Kendrick is showing, like even if I drop my regular shit, I can still do numbers.
It's on 29 million phones.
And that's one day.
Who said that?
29.
Hey, when is the Super now? Is the Super Bowl next year?
February, bro.
You think Kendrick still could be relevant by February? Fuck yeah.
Yes.
Nigga, what you mean?
Hell yeah.
Relevant? What you mean what I mean? Do you think that
Yes, sir.
could be relevant in February?
Yes,
Yes, hell yeah.
especially if he keep dropping random tracks like this within that time period, and think about this too, because I was laughing at this. That one little clip of that one song on Not Like Us, people are still anticipating the drop of that song. You know, that little part of that.
That is a
fact.
fact. The first part. Fact, DVS.
Yeah,
fact.
that one little
Looking
part.
for the broccoli. That shit.
I ain't gonna lie. If I was Kendrick, I would troll the part of Drake's song where he says we're big as the Super Bowl. If I was Kendrick,
No,
I would personally
harder than
troll that one part of his song.
Man, that's like
That
famous.
We big as the Super Bowl.
Because he's going to the Super Bowl now, nigga.
That would be my
famous.
troll,
That'd
gang.
be
If I was
hard,
Kendrick,
nigga.
that's my personal opinion. If I was him, that would be my biggest troll.
Okay, I got one more question, y'all. So now the Super Bowl comes up. Nobody knows. We all know that Kendrick is the one, right? But symbolically, right, in the video of Not Like Us, there's the owl, right? Now, if, just out of all imagination, I would love to see Drake and Kendrick perform together at the Super Bowl. I don't know why I want that, but it would be...
That would break the internet.
But hold on for a minute. Let me finish. So, because I used the word symbolically. If Drake were to agree, would he be the owl?
What you mean?
He's the owl regardless.
You want him
In
to
the
get beat
video.
up like a pinata?
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Sunshine, he the owl in the video, for sure. Yeah, that was
Okay.
Kendrick putting him back in his cage.
Hell
That's
yeah.
all I'm just wondering.
Owl
Okay.
versus owl. Kendrick might be the other owl. They fighting that.
That nigga Kendrick is a hawk. Yeah.
Yep. Nigga.
Bro,
Falcon.
all right, bro.
Hey, shit. Nigga.
He a hawk, he a lion, he's a...
Go ahead, 313, because I can't.
Yeah, I want to talk about this No Limit Kyro. They say the feds picked him up for 2 more guns, or picked him up for guns. I don't know what they talking about. Gun PPP loan or something.
Hey, but look, hey, that's how you know I'm a real nigga, bro. Like,
But yeah, they said they picked him up for a gun. And PPP loan.
Support me. Go to Nene Marie 37 on Instagram and purchase you a signed copy of my book. You want to support me? Go to TikTok, Follow me at Trenches News 3837. Yo.
Shout out Trenches News. Go follow. Go sub Trenches News on all platforms.
Thanks for everyone
He
who
got
subscribed
book
to the
out,
channel.
but you know.
If you ain't sub to my channel,
Go,
make sure you
go look him up.
join the
Trenches News.
membership. Shout out to the Mod Squad. If you ain't following my mods, you can follow their ads at the end of the video. Remember, if you got anything extra, I said extra now. Food, hygiene, clothes, back it up, take it outside, and give it to the less fortunate. Remember, we all one step away from being homeless. Mother Nature can come, destroy everything, and now you ain't got nothing, so make sure you get back. Let's say the kids, the women, the elderly, the civilians, and the neutrons, man. Hey, with that being said, good morning to everybody, man. It is currently 5:20 Thursday morning, man. Shout out to everybody, man, who woke up this morning. Thank God. Hey, I got 2 stories for y'all. I got No Limit Kyro. No Limit Kyro that graduated to the big leagues. I got FBG Butta, man. That live video, that thing, man, it was something else yesterday, man. I ain't go live yesterday. That's why I got to do these. And Trench Gang, them, they coming at Butta, Fendi Boy, man, it's a lot, man. Make sure y'all smash that like button. Like I said, this Trench News in the morning at 5:40 Thursday morning. It's 5:40 Thursday morning. Hey, No Limit Kyro, man. If y'all ain't found out the news yet, man, No Limit Kyro, he went to court. And why did he go to court? No Limit Kyro went to court because on August 21st, Kyro was parked in a handicap spot, according to CPD and the Secret Service. It was the DNC convention. Y'all don't know what that is. DNC convention is when the Democrats get together and they host the Democratic National Convention. So it was that downtown, man. So Secret Service, CPD, they floating around, they looking for shit to make sure they keep the people safe. And guess who they run across, man? No Limit Kyro, man. Mr. Martinez, man, got a Mexican name, man. Got a Venezuelan name. The man said the man was in a car. They say he was in a stolen car. They say he was in a stolen car with 2 guns. A machine gun with a switch on it, and both of the guns had extended magazines and pierced bullets and all type of shit. The car was stolen from Virginia. Man, and they said that Kyro jumped out and ran. They chased him, but he's supposed to pull it off in the car. We're gonna get the body cam though. And he crashed. They pounce on him, they get him, and he been locked up ever since August 21st. Now he went to court on September 11th, and I seen his people say on there that this is a bad day to be having court. You know, well, it is a bad day because the feds came on September 11th, and they came and picked up Kyron, whatever y'all call him. They came and picked him up at court today, man. Kyro is in the feds. Kyro in the feds. He had I see when you type in his name, you got the PPP loan up there. You got the 2 guns, man. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, he in the feds. Hey, they got everybody up in there, man. They got Kyro now. They got Lil Wet. They got Lil Zay. They got PGF Nook. Man, they getting everybody, man. They getting everybody, bro. They starting to pick up everybody. I wouldn't be surprised now if they don't pick up Butta. But yeah, No Limit Kyro is in the feds, man. Charged federally. He got picked up from the courthouse, Branch 44, that he went to yesterday, man. They showed up at.
Yeah, but this Trenches News right here, talking about the whole No Limit Kyro getting caught in the feds.
Not Kyro in the feds, man. Kyro had a lot of opportunity, man, more than a lot of people. I ain't gonna lie. He had an opportunity more than anybody, man. Kyro wasn't a rapper or he wasn't a blogger. He was just hot from getting punched. KTS Drake punched him when the drill scene first started for No Limit. And he been famous ever since that McDonald's punch. But he got famous when he came on the internet. Now in the streets, Kyro, I guess he liked that. He wanted them members, and because everybody respect him. Now he got a federal sentence onto his name. You know, probably get out rapping like he been in the feds or something, man. But it's like everybody crashing out, bro. It's like everybody crashing out, bro. Everybody got these opportunities. FBG Butta, we just seen him crash out, bro. Butta was just at the top of YouTube. Like, he was just at the top. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I say at the top of YouTube, I mean he was at the top. He making good money. He taking care of his family. He traveling. And then he just jagged it off, man. Hey, Trencher News ain't going nowhere. I ain't committing no more crimes. I told y'all that. It's over with for that. I'm making this paper. I'm getting back for all the times that my people and I had to suffer. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, No Limit Kyro, man. He is in the locked up in the feds. You can look him up, man. Kyron, Damron, 29 years old, male black. It's gonna pop up, man. MCC builder, man. He down there with the old Block 5 and everything, man. He up there with his guys now. So now, you know, it's like everybody want to go to jail now and crash out to prove something. But Kyro said that he'd rather be in there than be and dead pushing up dirt or pushing flowers. So he'd rather be in jail with his homies. But you heard it here first, man. Kyro is locked up in the feds, man. Kyro is in the feds, man, for his currently 2 gun charges that he caught during the Democratic National Convention, man. Y'all get in the comments, let me know what y'all think. Then we got FBG Butta, man. We seen FBG Butta. We seen Butta, man, camera, man, and the news, they spared Butta, really. They ain't put the whole cam out there, body cam out there. Man, Butta was so, I don't know whether it was the hit. This is just a joke. I ain't reporting about Butta. This is No Limit Kyro. That wall hit Butta so hard, man. That boy Butta said, "It's me, my girl, and my brother in that nigga. Your brother been jumped out the car. Your brother been gone, Butta. Your brother jumped out that motherfuckers before you hit that wall. He ejected out the car and was gone." Hey, Butta said, my girl and my brother, all right? Hey, he told that to the paramedic. The paramedic told the police. The police said, "Is it anybody else in the car?" Hey, Butta was like, my brother and them good. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, brother, hey, I know his brother seen the body cam, like, damn. But no, man, I wish the best for them brothers, man. Hey, whatever happened to them, man, hey, look, they caused it on themselves. Can't say nobody hated on them or did it. Hey, they chose their own path, man. Hopefully they grow up within the next Butta, probably 6 to anywhere from 6 to 10 years, he gonna be gone. And No Limit Kyro finna be gone for about 5 to 10 years. He got caught with 2 guns, so he might be gone for a 10 piece. But everybody trying to prove to the streets that they hard and steady moving. I see a lot of these guys with money and they ain't trying to move, man. They ain't trying to move. Hey, shout out to everybody who support me, to the ones who don't, man. Hey, it really don't matter, man. Hey, I will be going live later. I will be dropping more content, man. My man is my 9. If you want to support me, go to Nene Marie 37. That's NeNeMarie 37 on Instagram and purchase your signed copy of my book. Also, if you want to support me, follow me on TikTok at Trenches News 3837. And also my YouTube page, my other YouTube page is Trenches News 3837. I drop content over there, man. Make sure y'all go and run it up, man. Hey, I love all the subscribers, all the members, everybody who support me, man. Make sure y'all share this video so it can get around to the masses, man. I'm out.
Yeah, that was Trenches News talking about the No Limit Kyro situation. He got caught with 2, allegedly, he got caught with 2 guns at the Democratic National Convention. And yeah, man, it's not looking good for Butta, man.
Banning abortion. Tom Barrett.
It's not looking good for Kyro or Butta, man. But they saying Butta might got immunity from his Let's switch the topic and go back to Butta. They trying to say Butta might get immunity. They trying to say his bond got denied, but they still.
WGN Investigates has exclusive new details, including this body cam footage showing a chase and eventual arrest of a repeat felon in the western suburbs. The man is no stranger to law enforcement. He testified in the high-profile murder trial where Chicago rapper gunned down in the Gulf Coast.
That's right. As investigative reporter Ben Bradley found, a series of arrests and convictions hasn't been enough to keep him off the streets.
Gunfire in the Gold Coast in 2020 created a startling scene. Shell casings next to luxury boutiques. Prosecutors said rival gang members gunned down Carlton Weekly, better known as FBG Duck. This man, Rakeem Wilkie, testified at the federal trial, providing insight into a raging war between rival Southside gangs. but refusing to, as he put it, snitch on anyone still alive. Fast forward to West Suburban Hinsdale last week. An officer tried to pull over a car driving erratically at 5 a.m. when the driver fled.
He's all over the roadway. Just smoked the curb.
The driver crashed into an embankment.
Just threw something outside the window. I can't tell what it is. Hands out the window! Hey, get back in the car! Back in the car! Don't pursuit over the tracks.
Officers quickly caught up to Will.
Stop!
Once he was cuffed, he clammed up.
What's your first name? What do you want me to call you?
Police say they found 2 guns. That, combined with Wilton's criminal history, raises questions. Court records show he pled guilty to conspiracy to commit murder in 2015 and was sentenced to 8 years. He only had to serve half that time. He's also been charged with aggravated unlawful use of a weapon at least 3 times in Cook County. He was convicted once and got a year. Another case was dropped after a judge suppressed evidence. Cook County prosecutors sought detention after the most recent arrest in March, but a judge released him.
My girl good? Your girl's good.
I will. Whatever going on for me.
All of Wilton's previous crimes occurred in Cook County. Last week, he was 1 mile into DuPage County when he was arrested. State's Attorney Bob Berlin charged him with a Class X felony, and a DuPage judge ordered him locked up and held until trial. Police aren't sure what Wilton and his girlfriend were doing in Hinsdale at 5 in the morning.
So where is he right now? Locked up?
He's locked up in the DuPage County jail, but the story draws that distinction between similar crime, unlawful use of a weapon or possession by a felon. In Cook County, you're oftentimes just right back out on the street. In DuPage, they upgrade the charge.
You've seen that before.
Different laws.
Same law, different approach.
Different approach. There you go. Thank you, sir.
Extra absorbent, even for your messiest meals. Vanity Fair now.
Yeah, he said, John. Yeah, it's not looking good for FBG butter. Mickey Truth. Shout out to Mickey Truth. Go follow Mickey Truth on all platforms.
So let's get one thing to this your girl Mickey Truth. South Carolina, 803 to be exact. What's up, y'all? It's your girl Mickey Truth, aka the Queen of Paperwork, and I am back with another video. As always, all information contained in this video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. All information used in this video is per the Fair Use Act, and any conclusion that you draw is on you, not me. So,
The loudest is the weakest. Give a fuck about what they scream.
Now, FBG butter. Y'all, it's not looking too good for FBG butter. As y'all know, we already did a video where we spoke about his current arrest, and basically the charges and the full report on their arrest have basically dropped, and now everybody gets to see what actually happened.
the crazy part about it is that this is a new case. He already had an open Cook County case, gun case from earlier this year. So that's even more crazy that he was already let out on that, and then this happened. So.
Now, we did hear that, he was locked up having weapons on him, trying to flee from police, armed habitual criminal, but I don't think everybody knew how serious these charges actually were. Not to mention, Butta already have charges from being bonded out, other weapon possession charges. So I guess this time they're really not playing with him because they feel that maybe he keeps getting chances and keeps doing the same exact thing.
And the thing that's not going to be in his favor is the fact that this is not a Cook County case. Y'all know, like, I know in my area, people know, like, oh, we know Richmond County. We know how shit works here. And they have that, thinking in their mind all the time that everywhere is going to be just like their home county until they go to another county and face some shit. And that's what I feel like is going to happen with this. Y'all make sure y'all ain't like that.
Now, before we get into the full report that actually told us what happened and how much time he's actually facing, let me say this, y'all. I see a lot of people, they're trying to throw stones, they're trying to be funny towards the situation. Here's one thing about this whole drill stuff and getting arrested.
Who even give it to me? I'm gonna be honest. I don't knock nobody for laughing at Butta ass. Like, for real, I don't knock nobody for it. He called it on himself. He had a chance
And I said it before, he had a chance to play his cards correctly after testifying in the Oblak Rico, but instead he wanted to be a crash out dummy. He wanted to move like he was still a crash out dummy. And that's just it. I don't have no empathy or sympathy for him in this situation at all. However, at the same time, it's a sad situation because he had an opportunity given to him. Now, again, oh boy is one of the ones that got a lot of clout, okay? A lot of clout off of being a witness on the case, okay? And instead of using his 10 minutes of fame for leveling up, like Woody did, you know what I'm saying? To like Woody speaking at law campuses and shit, you know what I'm saying? He had an opportunity to do so, but instead he wanted to still play this character, okay? Then here we are. And I mean, look, doing dumb shit as a nobody is one thing, but when you finally get a name doing dumb shit, you are going to be used as an example. And I feel like in this situation, he's going to be used as an example. No different than my favorite Chiracian, Kyro. They going to use you as an example. For those who don't know, Kyro is still in jail because they say he's a danger to the community. He got hit with a gun charge and all that. So I say that it'd be one thing to move like that when you don't have a name, but you got to move different when you have a name. So, you know, I don't think it's funny. I think it's sad, but you know, I don't fuck with him, so I ain't about to knock nobody for laughing at his ass. But it's definitely more sad to me than anything. That's the thing.
At the end of the day, it's not worth it, right? But also, if you are actually in the streets and not just rapping about it or talking about it because it's cool, it's all clickbait and views, this is what's going to happen to you. You're eventually going to face the consequences because for so much time you're going to keep getting caught or keep doing things before you actually face the consequences. Now, what I don't like is this. There's people out there, they're talking about this Butta situation, and to be honest with you, it's almost as if they're happy Butta is in this situation right now. You know, everybody's making jokes and it's all funny. But let me tell you this right now. It can happen to anybody.
That's true. It can't happen to anybody. But I'll tell y'all this. I stay and I listen to him say it with my own ears. He clowned the Oblak 6 at that trial about being dumb. He clowned them. He told them they deserve to be in jail. This is what he said to them. Now it's not verbatim because it's been a while. But in context, that's what he said to them. So, I feel he dishes out what he gets back. Like, same thing. Ain't no different than him going on interviews, calling people dummy, crash out, and shit like that. Now, he's in that situation. And guess what? He's in that situation because of his choices. Ain't nobody put him there. His choices. So, I still don't feel no sympathy for him.
In fact, Butta didn't think, when he was on the stand, taking a stand on these guys, laughing, making jokes, being fun, being on social media, laughing about them and talk, guess what? He didn't think that he would probably end up in that same position. And now look, you see what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta be mindful, even if it's funny, you don't get on social media. This is why I always tell y'all, I never laugh at two things. Death and jail. I don't wish that on anybody. Especially if you're out there doing dirt or whatever you're doing, it could come right back to you. Right? It could come right back to you. So you sitting there wishing jail and death on somebody or making fun of it, and you know you out there doing X, Y, and Z, be careful. Be careful. And on top of that, this is why I always tell y'all, man, damn if you do, damn if you don't. Stop listening to social media. Because two things. If you really like that and doing what you rapping about or doing whatever you talking about on these interviews and being on social media saying that you really about that life and something happens to you, nobody's going to say, oh, he's a good man. No, they're going to laugh at you. They're going to say you on.
I don't be honest. Dude ain't got no reason to be moving like that. Okay, now, I don't count nobody's pockets, but he be back and forth to fucking California doing his no jumper shit. He be getting interview bookings left and right. He should have, and he should have some points set up where he don't got to move like it. I'm just saying, that's just my opinion, but it's no excuse for him to be moving the way he was moving. Other than some people can't handle. See, this is the thing. This is why having a team is important. Some people don't never really understand when you get to a certain point, you have to elevate yourself and elevate your surroundings. Obviously, he didn't take that part seriously because he could have security. Woody had security. He could have had security. He ain't had to be driving around with no fucking guns. No, you already had an open case for a gun. You're a felon. Okay? Like, ain't nobody else done died, quote unquote, that you can go tell on. Like, you knew you was out of options. You had an opportunity to make some legit money, okay? And instead, your ass sitting up in fucking jail. Hopefully, he had some shit on the back end working where he can still get a check. But I don't foresee him getting out no time soon. But that's just me. Let's continue because I don't know the whole story. I just know parts of it that I've been seeing on the blog.
Types of crash outs. You a fool for this and that when you could have been doing this. But guess what? If you're not about what you're talking about and you get exposed, then they're going to call you weak. They're going to say you're not like that. Let me tell y'all, damn if you do, damn if you don't. And it's unfortunate because, yes, we laughing. Yes, it's entertaining. Yes, some people think that other guys going to jail is funny, which is kind of crazy. But at the end of the day, some of these guys are forced to live this way. Some of these guys are actually in Chicago doing what they're talking about. Some of them actually have to stay with a weapon, whether they want to or not, because they got to protect their life. They in an environment where they rather get caught with it than without it.
Now, I agree with Hookah. I do agree with Hookah. But in FBI Butta case, that ain't the situation. He don't even fucking stay in Chicago. He be in and out of Illinois. He did not have to, like, be in that area. He had a choice not to be in that area. Fuck all that bullshit. He had a choice not to be in that area. Now, I don't know how far away the county he got caught in is. His ass ain't had to be stuck in no fucking Chicago. That's just my opinion. He's not one of the ones that really ain't had motion going on. Dude been on interviews dropping 1 million views per interview. Like I said, he was Woody before Woody became Woody right now. He was the one, anything he was on was dropping 1 million views. He was a repeat person on multiple platforms. There's no way in hell he had to be in that environment on some real shit. Like, I ain't find out. I get the concept that Hookah was saying in general, but for him, for Butta, I ain't buying that shit. He had a choice to make better decisions than what he was making, and he chose not to. Whether he wasn't smart enough to, like, put it together to make better decisions, or his ass just ain't give a fuck for real and just wanted to be in that type of situation. So again, I don't have no empathy for him, not just because I don't like him, but because of he made these decisions and he ain't had to make those type of decisions. The reason why I say he ain't had to was what other person in the Chicago sector was dropping 1 million view interviews? What other person was on every platform? Every platform dropping interviews. He's a regular on DJU. He's a regular on No Jumper. Like, who else had that going on for this? He should have looked at some other legitimate ways like Woody did and did something better with his shit. Instead of being drunk 5 o'clock in the morning, driving around with no motherfucking license and shit, with a car full of guns. So, like I said, I do agree with Hookah. I wouldn't say that was accurate for Butta. I think Butta was just a crash out because he's a crash.
And like I said before, most people have the mentality where they feel they'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. Simple as that. Now let's get into this report, man. But before we do, make sure you hit that thumbs up button so we can get this video into the algorithm. If you're not subscribed to the platform already, make sure you do so now. Let's get into it. Now, before breaking everything down, what I'm going to do is just read the article straight out of the Daily Herald so y'all can get the information straight from there. And then we're going to talk about what transpired. Now, the Daily Herald will say, quote, a Chicago man has been accused of throwing a loaded gun out of a car window while being chased by Hinsdale police. Raheem Wilton, 28, of the 4800 block of South Calumet Avenue, is charged with armed habitual criminal, unlawful use of a weapon by a felon, and misdemeanor and petty offenses, including transportation of open alcohol by a driver, according to the DuPage County State's Attorney's Office. Judge Joshua Deaton Friday ordered Wilton be detained pre-trial. According to a news release, at 5 a.m. Thursday, police tried to stop a Jeep Patriot at Madison and 4th Streets on allegations of improper lane use and driving without headlights. It said Wilton was the driver and he did not pull over. The release said he threw a loaded .380 caliber Smith & Wesson and MP bodyguard pistol out a window. The Jeep had occurred and crashed at Vine Street and Hinsdale Avenue. Police said they found a loaded .40 caliber Springfield Armory XD-40 pistol on the driver's side floorboard of the Jeep. According to prosecutor's petition for pre-trial detention, police said Wilton told them he did not throw anything and did not know there were guns in the vehicle. The petition stated that Wilton has convictions for conspiracy to commit M in a 2015 case of aggravated unlawful use of a weapon. It also said he had been charged in 2022 and 2024 in Cook County with unlawful use, possession of a weapon by a felon, and aggravated unlawful use of a weapon. Those charges have been dropped. If convicted, Wilton could be sentenced to 6 to 30 years in prison. Now that you guys actually know what actually transpired and why they were following Butta, because a lot of us didn't know how everything happened. We were just told that Butta ended up getting arrested because he had weapons. He tried to throw the weapons out, and the police tried to chase him. However, now we know why. And he did exactly what I always tell y'all not to do. If you have illegal things in the car, if you know you're doing something illegal, you can't break a traffic law. That's like guys who smoke in the vehicle and then they're swerving or they speeding. And when they get stopped by the police, the smell of marijuana makes
facts. First and foremost, drinking and driving is a no-no. Let's start there. But definitely drinking and driving with an open container with multiple fucking guns is crazy. Especially when you're the only person in the car. Like, you're the only person in the car. So who shit was it? Like, that's, I don't even know how a lawyer can argue that, other than whoever had their name on the Jeep possibly will take ownership of the guns, possibly, I don't know, but I don't even know how he could have a defense for that. But yeah, that's wild.
It probable cause for them to search your car, only for them to find out that they have weapons or empty liquor bottle or something that's in the car that they're not supposed to have. So not only are you doing things illegal or have things illegal, you're speeding or you're not changing, you're not signaling. They said that Butta didn't have his headlights on. So they also said that they found an empty liquor bottle. That could have played a factor into why he was changing lanes improperly and didn't have headlights on. That could be one of two things. Maybe he purposely didn't have it because maybe he was trying to slide on ops. Maybe he was trying to get low and not be seen. Or maybe he was just so drunk.
I would say this shit. Not having your headlights on is the craziest thing. That time, the story I told y'all when I ended up going to jail for 4 days for driving under suspension is because I pulled out of a gas station with no headlights on. And I really just didn't realize I didn't have my headlights on. But it can be the stupidest shit that you don't realize you did that you did. And I can only imagine drinking and you can look drunk. Like, that's the thing too. If they can smell liquor on your breath, that's probably called also. So, like, you already ain't got the proper lights on, you making improper turns and shit. Yeah, that shit was a disaster waiting to happen for sure.
Right? Or under the influence of liquor, and he didn't notice that he didn't have lights on, and he didn't notice that he wasn't signaling before changing lanes. But that one mistake costed him a whole lot. And you know what's crazy? Sometimes it happens like that. Sometimes it's that one little mistake that leads to something major. How many times, especially guys that's already been in the streets, how many times you done did your best to stay away from ops and police, and you did everything to cover your tracks only for one minor slip up that you never expected to happen actually happened, and you end up getting caught up. But it's always the smallest thing that
I wouldn't say this about this situation. I think Hookah is just speaking in general, but to be directly on old boy, this wasn't no minor thing. This was just, I feel like to me, this was his fucking wake-up call, hopefully, to let him know this is not like you playing. Like, you should not have been moving around like that. You should have had enough where you could have had somebody driving you. You ain't had now, and I'm just talking about again. I get moving around with guns. I get it. However, it doesn't make it right by to get that part. But driving drunk with open container and all that shit, you ain't using proper, like, that's on you. Because you should have had somebody else driving the fucking car. Or your ass should have called a motherfucking XL Black to pick you up or some shit. I don't know. I just can't get that notion. Because at this point, you're just not the average per se street nigga. Now you are a public figure. You're a fucking personality. You already know you got to make headlines. I'm gonna let the rest of this play just a little bit, then, because it done made the Chicago news also, and show y'all that
least expected that caused everything to transpire. Now, another thing, a lot of people, they keep asking, well, why didn't Butta just pull over? Why didn't he just comply? Or maybe he could have finessed the police. Sometimes you can't, right? Because maybe his license wasn't good. I think they did say that his license wasn't good, actually. But sometimes your license ain't good. So when your license ain't good, that automatically gives them reason to search your car. So maybe he felt that he has more of a chance of getting away if he run from them rather than stop and they run his license and realize that he don't have.
And to be honest, y'all, I don't even think it was that much of a thought process. I think it was just his own nature. And I'm gonna be honest. Like I said, I don't like the dude, but I'm just gonna be real. It's in some people's nature, whether they are right or wrong in a situation, the police pull you over to run. So I think it was just his reflex was to run. I don't think he sat there and thought about, oh, my license ain't right, because to my understanding, I don't think he never had a license anyway. But I think it was just his reflex was to run.
Have one, and then next you know, he just pretty much gave up. So he'd rather have more of a fighting chance by trying to run from him. But he was already intoxicated. You know, he probably wasn't even fit to try to run from police. They done caught him throwing the gun. So that's another thing. He was trying to throw the weapons out the window, but I guess he wasn't far enough from them where he can throw it and they couldn't see it. I wonder what car it. Well, they say he was in a Jeep.
Throwing it out the window is so crazy. If anything, slide that shit, you know, like on the TV. I'm saying on TV. If anything, slide that shit out the bottom of the door. Like, don't throw it out the window. Like, objects that come out the window obviously is gonna be viewable to light. If anything, crack your door, throw that shit on the ground. It still could have the possibility of being seen, but if you got more of a chance of it not being seen if it goes straight to the ground compared to you throwing it out the fucking window. Well, according to, you know, law and order and shit like that.
So that's probably why he wasn't able to run either. Jeeps is slow unless you got the fully loaded one, it's a Hellcat or something like that. But other than that, you got the regular Jeep, 9 times out of 10 you ain't getting away. You can try all you want. You know, so a lot of people also feel that you got a chance when you throw the weapon because, you know, possession is 9/10 of the law. So I guess they feel they got more of a chance if they throw it because at that point it becomes your word against mine. And
yeah, if they don't have actual evidence of you throwing it. That's why I was like, throwing it out the window was dumb. You're the only person in the car. So, like, if you stopped the car, you got out the driver's seat, ran, they was right up on the car as you got out and ran. They got, you know, nobody else is in the car. Nobody gets out. They don't find nobody in the car. And they have footage of you or an officer said he saw you throw out a gun out the driver's side window and you're the only one. That's going to be a hard fight for your defense team to be like, it wasn't yours. That's going to be hard to say you was not in possession of it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's going to be an uphill battle for that.
But you could prove or whatever. But yeah, Butta did bad, man. I'm sorry. And he was by himself. It's not like at least they said he was by himself. He was the one driving. They didn't name anybody else that was in the car. But who knows what he was doing? They said it was 5 o'clock in the morning. He was by himself. He's swerving, using lanes, switching lanes without signaling. I don't know what he was doing. Maybe he was coming from a girl house. Like I said, who knows? But at 5 o'clock in the morning, nothing good comes out of being outside at 5 o'clock in the morning. Trust me. Right now, like I said before, everyone's saying Butta should have did this and Butta should have did that. It's funny because people tend to always have the best advice for other people but got their own issues going on in their lives. At the end of the day, what's meant to happen is going to happen. Whatever's meant for you is for you. Maybe this was meant to happen. Maybe this is a lesson for Butter. And maybe he needed this wake-up call because sometimes the consequences could be worse.
Now, hopefully he take it as that. I did see the blog share that he posted, someone posted on his behalf on his story on Instagram that as soon as he get a bond, he's out. But according to what I heard, he is not getting a bond. And this, so this is, what is this? Fox 32, Chicago. Convicted felon from Chicago arrested after crashing vehicle in Hinsdale, possessing loaded handgun, official said. How far is, hold on, let me see something. See, how far is that from each other? So it's like 30 minutes from each other, according to like a quick Google search. It say Hinsdale, yeah. So all I did was type it into Google real quick. It's about a 34-minute drive with light traffic. So it's not that far away from each other. Again, I ain't about to sit here and say like, I kind of understand the gun thing, but at the same time, it's just when you are trying to avoid quote unquote ops and shit, that's even more reason to move cleaner. That's just like if you was, trafficking drugs. I never understand how you get stopped for a traffic violation knowing you got drugs in your car like that, but people do it. Let's see. It doesn't say the same thing that it says. The big felon on the person, 2 loaded handguns. Now I will say, that's what I was gonna bring up. So y'all don't recall, Little J from Chicago, right? His federal case was from him tossing a weapon over the rail of a porch on that domestic violence situation. And the police didn't see him actually with it, but they saw him throw it, and where they saw him throw it, they found the gun, and that's why he's in the feds now. So I wouldn't be surprised if the feds doesn't pick up this case because Brother is a repeat offender with guns. He's already a convicted felon. He has another open gun case in Cook County. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the feds pick him up. But we'll see. And like I said throughout the video, that's my opinion. And if you don't like it, guess what? Hold on, wait, before I go, y'all make sure y'all tap in with me to book your slot. A lot of y'all be hitting me up on Instagram and the email wanting to just talk about content, whether you're an up-and-coming content creator or somebody just got questions about cases or whatever. Book your consultation with me now. The information is on the screen. Hey, make sure you get your slots. My slots be filling up fast.
All this is the weakest. Give a fuck about what they scream.
Contract complexity doesn't just slow you down. It can halt progress altogether, leading to missed opportunities and compliance pitfalls. Does endlessly searching for contract details and the chaos of untracked changes sound familiar? There's a better way. Cobblestone Software offers a comprehensive contract lifecycle management platform that turns chaos into clarity. Automate each phase of the contract lifecycle with ease. From drafting to negotiation, execution to renewal, and even post-award, Cobblestone can streamline the entire process. Extract key data from contracts and mitigate risk with Cobblestone Wisdom AI, where intelligent insights help you manage and analyze contracts effectively and efficiently. With real-time tracking and robust analytics, you'll always stay one step ahead, making informed decisions with confidence. Cobblestone isn't just powerful, it's flexible.
They talking about FBG butter. We just talking about no limit kyro. They talking about FBG butter. He's talking about he gonna get out. They talking about he got immunity and all this. Here go the body cam footage. Show y'all a little bit of this body cam footage.
599. He's all over the roadway. Just smoked the curb. And he's got a 1050 Hensdale right by the tracks. Can we get medics rolling? Just threw something outside the window. I can't tell what it is. Hands out the window! Hey, get back in the car! Back in the car! Go pursuit over the tracks. Hey, let's go. You take car, I'm with them. Police, don't move! Stop! Stop! Dude, stop! 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 On the ground. On the ground, brother. Get on the ground. Come on. Come on, bro.
Do you know where they are? Are they still by the track?
Pushing out by the crash. Everyone, we're right by the crash site. Crash site.
Crash site.
You know, man. All right, we got this guy. Tough.
Good. We all good.
Yeah, I think it's just. I got a flashlight around there. I guess. All right. Put your knees up. Here. Okay.
My brother good.
Very brother.
Yeah. No, my brother good.
All right. There's no gate. All right, so
You good? Take that. Zero last time.
yeah.
Things men are good at. Male bonding.
Sure, it's not there.
Yeah, they just chase Butta. He's saying something, but I can't really tell what he's saying. But yeah, man, FBG Butta, he got caught by the police. Tossed the gun out the window, allegedly.
Yeah, I was right too. Everything was on me. My body's good. Oh, fuck. Come on.
There's not that. Yes, I got this way. There you go. Yeah, I got it.
Take me. My body's good.
Dude, how much did you drink tonight?
I ain't nothing.
Nothing?
Yeah, all right. My body's straight up. That's good.
What's your name?
I ain't heard of it.
Yeah. Clear over here.
Oh, how the shit? Stupid ass.
Dumb ass. Stupid ass.
Yeah. All right, take a seat, buddy. Good, thanks. Your brother?
Yeah,
They do this. How you feel, man? We're in the medics. Come check you out in a second, okay? What's your first name? What do you want me to call you? I gotta talk to you, so just give me something to call you.
Yeah, talk to me.
All right.
My price is good, though.
I got you.
I got me, my girl.
Yeah, I'm gonna check on you.
You're my girl, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I gotta go check on your girl. You just left her in the car, so I don't know.
Well,
I don't know. You have next on scene. Well, can you get the file? What's happening? So there's one passenger here. I got a driver in the backseat of my car as well. Yeah, he's bleeding from a couple different places. Yeah. Probably weed. I'm guessing alcohol or some sort of DUI. Probably drugs than anything.
hey, what's going on, man?
I can buckle on whatever you need.
Oh, that's fine. How you doing? You doing all right? Huh? My good friend. Yeah, we're gonna check her out right now. All right. My brother, my girlfriend. We're checking her out right now. She's walking, so she looks okay to us. Okay. Will she walk? Yeah, she's walking. Yeah.
Ask him if his brother was in the car.
Oh, there's another person. His brother, Eddie. So I'm thinking next a second. She looks okay. Alright. Yeah, but hold on, you guys right there. You can buckle in, I think. My girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Checking her out. Are you okay? You okay? Yeah, we're checking her out. But I'm asking about you right now. My girl good? What's your name, man? You know my name? Adrian. Who's with her? Huh? Who's with her? Yeah. She's not an ambulance? No. No. Oh, she doesn't want to go. She doesn't want to go. She doesn't want to get checked out. Sounds like she's okay. Now, how about you? That sounds like might be a third person.
Rakeem, is there anyone else in the car besides you and your girlfriend?
My name, what?
Rakeem. Is there anyone else in the car besides you and your girlfriend? Is there anyone else in the car besides you and your girlfriend?
I don't read YouTube on tune on the top of YouTube. But that motherfucker gonna do. I don't even care. My girl good?
Good.
You already knew it was on camera. He ain't rap.
Was your brother with you? Was your brother
Twinno.
with you in your car?
He say everything in the car. Twinnos. Everything is my brothers. Everything is my brothers. I already know how you played it, but everything is my brothers. Where my brother at? Probably wouldn't even know what to do. Probably was, but hey, who is this? Man, butter. Ain't nobody get caught with you, bro. Know what I'm saying? But you probably use that because you said that. I don't know if you was already Mirandaized, but you said that, so I'm pretty sure they got that documented. Some the body cam, so you can't fight it. Maybe it is your brother. Twinnos. Your twinskies. RP Lil Road Drills, man. Free Kyro, man. Free Lil Wet. Free them real members, man. Free Rose. Know what I'm talking about. I'm saying? Shout out Loose Cannon. You know what I'm saying? Go watch that BET. That BET. They won't let me show it on here. It was a scene from BET. They wouldn't let me show it on here. I don't know why. Maybe I could show y'all another time, you know what I'm saying? But I got a few things to show y'all from a few of the LA politics. We'll back off of the Chicago politics. But shout out Straight No Chaser Media. Yeah, Straight No Chaser be on no bias. They're not on the 100 side and none of that. They do their own biased opinion on Clubhouse. So I actually, you know, I actually go to them and see what they got on there. Go follow them on Instagram. You know, sub to them on here on YouTube. Straight No Chaser Media.
The microphone hit that. You come on. It's on the bottom right, T. Hit the mute button on the bottom right, T. The microphone. Oh shit. He disappeared. He might have swiped out. That swipe shit is fucked up. Here come back. That swipe shit some bullshit.
Not again. Yeah. This man got clapped up twice in 3 months. I'm starting to think he ran off on a plug or something. I remember,
man, or somebody's really out to get you, bro. Like, Barry Gordy, be careful, brother.
Watching Sharps live last night, and even he confirmed that Gordy got chipped again. So I decided to take a further look into it. If you go on his Instagram, you'll see that he confirms it himself. He said, I got shot again. Then he said, FLA. It's definitely time for Gordy to move out of LA. Now, for those of you that don't know who Gordy is, this is Brick Baby's best friend. He's also a member of the Kill Squad. He used to work at No Jumper before Adam fired him.
Oh, we talk here, bro. Joe Keith, what up, bro? What? What's the deal, what? So listen, they telling me that when the phone call came in on the snake, nigga, Big U, with a request, that you was the one who took the phone, had the conversation with you. Yeah. So what was the nigga, was he requesting something? The request was, it wasn't about no money or anything like that. Meek told him he was going to do a show for his nonprofit.
Politicians like Alyssa Slotkin have destroyed the housing market.
Man, they better calm down, man, with all these presidential debates. I'm with Kamala, I ain't gonna lie, but I was leaning towards it. You know, I was like, I would say, I don't even know what that means. Somebody on Twitch commented something. I don't know what that means. Let me go see what that means for a second. But yeah, man, I don't. You know what I'm saying? don't know what you was trying to see me on Twitch, bro, but yeah, I mean, I don't get it. I followed you. I mean, can you elaborate on that? Whatever you talking about?
Right now, but let me say this: you my guy. I'm gonna keep it funky, right? The situation was, Meek was supposed to perform at his nonprofit.
I know that. I know that. But
right? All right. So when Meek couldn't do it because he was already booked for another show, Meek told him he felt some type of way, right?
Oh.
He felt some type of way because Meek said he couldn't do it, and then he.
But that came after this day, right? After the day club.
After the day club.
Yeah, this is whatever this shit happened. Fabulous, whatever. Niggas was at a day club.
He talking about Fab Day Party, big fella.
Whatever they talking about, this was that day.
I done been in so many clubs, I can't remember a day club.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
None of that shit, right?
Yeah.
Every time we was there, the one time niggas was moving around with that situation about the performance thing, and Meek said he couldn't do it, and my man got tight. You know what I'm saying?
Was this? Did he ever mention any of this? Because a lot of times he won't.
No, listen. All he said was, meet me on 48th and Crenshaw. Once he said, meet me on 48th and Crenshaw, I said, oh, okay, we need 25 of this. He said, nephew is gone or whatever like that. I needed it for my bill.
What year was this, Luce?
Nigga, like 2013, 14, something around there.
Yeah, that's around the time.
Okay, now watch this. Hold on. Now look, all the pieces on the table. Follow me, Chief, because what I'm talking about is on the other side of you. Got nothing to do with you, right? Big U trying to get me to do a show, right?
A performance.
So it sounded to me like Meek agreed, and then niggas
He agreed. He definitely agreed.
Schedule.
Because he a real nigga. He was going to do it for the hood, for the youth, and everything Big U had rolled out. You know what I'm saying?
He checked the schedule. He couldn't do the shit, whatever.
He couldn't do it because he got booked for the bag. He got
There you
booked
go.
for the bag at Cancun in Miami. It was Memorial Day weekend.
Okay, there you go. So now, what it looked like, Lou says, Big U hit you, tell you what he tell you, and he needs you to move because he on the fly to be at this location. You go up there under the circumstances of that is there. You get up there like you do. I didn't see you do this before. In your position, think you get on the phone, all in there, still, nah, he ain't that. He just a nigga with the team. He telling you, I'm the boss. He ain't that, because he got more money than half the niggas over there. You get up that, right?
Hey, baby, man, we out here, man. We out here, man. Yup. Yup, that way. That territory, man. Who is it? Speak. Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Speak. Who is it? Who is it? Speak. Who is it? Who is it, bro? Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Who is it, bro? Who is it? I feel real. It's that Cane Corso American Master Mix. You know what I'm talking about. You understand me? They saying Poetic Flacco got a
Soon.
case.
This ain't gonna be a long video. I just wanted to bring you guys the news. And Gordy, you need to stop lacking, my boy. It's crazy because from the outside looking in,
What the hell could Gordy have done that had him into it with a 40-year-old man? What the fuck is going on here?
He looks
barnacles.
like a chill guy. Even when he was working at No Jumper, he was staying away from drama. He never talks about gang politics. Even though he's from Rolling 100s, he never talked about it once. He appears to be the nicest person in the world. It's just shocking to see a friendly guy get clapped up multiple times. But you guys...
Bang, bang. Hey, man, they can't get me. Bang. Good.
Got everybody in the trick bag, but it's him. Lou's doing what he always do. He the nigga with the team over there. And that's cool, though. But at the end of the day, you can't make up a false rumor.
That's not a false rumor. I told you everything that I said.
No, listen. The false rumor that you said Rick Ross paid $50,000.
Did I say I got the money?
Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Come on, girl.
There was no pressure, though. Trust me, it wasn't no pressure. Because we was cool. Bro, listen. Hold on. Wait. What up, Nicky? Oh, everything I love, my guy. We had 4 sprinters out there. If anybody wants to do anything,
Hey, come. A little bit, baby. More boy doing Ooh. Ooh. Skip. Get it. Get it. All right, do it, man. Y'all motherfuckers trying to fight each other. Go get it. Go get it, baby. Go get it. Go get it. All right, fucking do it, man. Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Y'all trying to fight shit. Come on, girl. Fight. Yeah, I want to go fetch. I'm making me look like a bad parent. Like I don't know how to train my pups. Go jump. Go jump. Jump, baby. Jump. Jump. Get it, baby. Jump. Good boy. Good boy. Jump, jump, Carmen. 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 Jump, jump. Oh, you gotta take it. Okay, the bathroom. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Jump. Jump. Go. Girl, did I say go get it? Why you acting so bougie? So sedity. You acting bougie and sedity. You want to take what he got? I already know. Jump, jump. Yeah, this girl, she want to be on the side. She ready to go inside. She always ready to go inside. She not inside, girl. See, he outside, man. You want to come in or you good? You coming in or you alright? Huh, man? Go.
Oh, look. There's a lot of great accomplishments going on right now. You say you got your book coming out?
Oh, look, that's what December, cuz.
Oh, look, what that December so we can get everything.
Like, close to the year, like about 28, right? Yup.
That's a strong Christmas gift. Happy birthday, don't
Extra read all about it.
Extras. Read all about it. God, Jeff, you have to get that.
Lakewood.
Hey, that book coming out, you can follow off with the movie.
Oh, but still, don't look at man, though, cuz you fall into the motherfucking movie, cuz the loyalty exists. Loyalty don't exist, cuz then you fall, cuz you know, then you fall on my motherfucking ground.
Look, you're doing all time.
And I couldn't even change if I wanted to. I got diamonds on my chain and my wrist. And I'm gonna always be the same no matter what I do. And you know money ain't the same, I don't look like
300,000 pounds of cocaine comes into America every year.
Rayful Edmund III, the man who was accused by the U.S. Attorney's Office in this town of being responsible for bringing a ton of cocaine into this city on an annual basis.
He is helping to carry out this one plan, and that is the genocide plan of the African American people. And we will.
They're killing our youth at 13 and 14 and 15. They simply aren't 35 and 40.
This city,
the drug of choice is pure cocaine.
Ray was bringing probably about 500 to 1,000 keys into D.C.
His family business sold 1 ton of cocaine. Lots of it. The price was low. The demand is high.
Dude popped his trunk. And man, about 15 guys was coming like this right here.
When he did come, I'm counting them.
He said, all them birds, those are birds.
When I counted that shit, it was like,
God damn.
every now and then you're going to have a drop somewhere. He never had a drop.
Ray was just bagging that shit up raw, just like you got it from whoever he got it from. The coke back then was so pure, man. You couldn't shoot it all.
It was like, hit it and put it down.
You sell your mama house and you don't need money.
I'll tell you, any female artist that she ain't never sucked a dick or fucked it without for that she lying.
That's how good it was.
He had to be like 78, 90 people on both sides of the street.
The box was blown, it was like lunchtime. You gotta stay in the truck in the lunch meal and shit like
The lines to wait because shift changes. We had this guy, man, that made up some beef bags that looked just like coke. We came out with like $4,000 worth of dummies. And man, we would hit these people, man, in a matter of, I'm gonna say 5 minutes.
Sometimes, man, we had to shoot people in the leg, man, just to get the line straight.
When you saw it, I got shot in my leg.
Police should get in line.
What the hell is the fighting for, man?
Man, all you two no.
Right. Understand, people was getting, in line getting drugs, wasn't getting drugs to get high. He made room for the smokers and the sellers.
It should be triple the size of whoever else got some.
Both of us getting drugs to resell.
Man, when you shoot that coke, it just took me, man, like space. That's what we find the frontier for most people.
He had this whole setup like a Fortune 500 company. He had that mindset where he can tell people, this is what we're going to pay you at the end of the week. People work all week knowing that you might not make it through the week. He set it up for us like 8-hour shifts, almost like a job. That's when he was like 19.
You got a morning shift, you got an evening shift.
And the crew of the morning leaves from 7 to 3. The crew of the evening leaves 3 to 11. And then 11 to 7. Ray was so organized that he had a lieutenant on every shift.
And some of us that wanted to make more money, we stayed on, we worked for this one, and then when that shift over, they go home, we work and come on for the next person's shift.
So in each shift, we might have been doing
9-10 keys a day, man. I'm telling you, man.
Once he got to that point where he started implementing 3 shifts, he knew it was their business.
This shit was organized. It was right like a business, exactly like a business.
It's like a Bill Gates thing. Listen, I'm gonna build Microsoft, and I'm gonna get 5 or 6 people around me, and this is how we're gonna do this. And I'm gonna be at the top.
He put everybody on a salary. Everybody started getting on a salary of $1,000 a week.
He knew who gold was, what he should have been.
He could remember deals, transactions to the penny and the kilos.
Sometimes I could be writing shit down. He'd be like, oh, he didn't do that shit.
Every Sunday night,
they go in the house, count the money, they separate the money.
usually line up on 40, 50 people outside.
They come out and give everybody $1,000.
You just go down that line and pay every last one.
So that was $35,000 right there. You know what I'm saying? That he's paying the runners.
The empire that he made illegitimately and that he built illegitimately, just think of what he could have done legitimately.
He used to always, I mean, know how he could be successful, but he. That's the way back in high school.
I couldn't even understand basic English. And he could.
He listened very well. He had very good listening skills. He always paid attention to details. I think he knew all the components, all the indicators that would lead a person to success.
Rayful was one of those children that was born with the gift to be smart. And because of it, yeah, he had the edge on everybody else.
He really did have an exceptionally sharp intellect.
It was easy to see that he could incorporate his intelligence into what he was doing.
He would have had the edge if he had gone to Harvard and Yale and any Ivy League school. He would have had the edge if he had gone to a Fortune 500 company.
You can't really be a dummy and do what he did.
I don't think anybody has ever monopolized the drug trade to that extent before or after Rayful.
He turned the tremendous intellect and leadership skills into building a criminal organization, the likes of which Washington, D.C. had never seen.
This man was a superstar in this town coming out of the 12th grade.
Rayful Edmond III walked down any street in Northeast Washington, and people will tell you here he was the reigning king.
Today, one LA gang has become the major supplier of crack cocaine in Washington, D.C.
When Rayful got his cocaine connections and crack exploded.
I remember when he first met Mel Butler. You know what I mean? You could chill, they were on some gang shit.
Prosecutor said Butler was Edmund's West Coast cocaine connection.
Yeah, he took a trip to LA. And when we got to LA, Mel gave us like $50,000. So Ray, he basically gave me about 20,000. So we was out there for about a week. But when Mel come to DC, we got the California dudes down here. Me, Mel, Whitey. I mean, our whole little crew, like 3 cars deep. Ray basically count the money out. Rob come out back and then throw 2 tennis shoes, little drawstring bags in the back. He'd give him like 200,000. You know what I'm saying? For him, everybody's to spend down here. We get up there, we get the players, so-called players and shit down. I'm like, man, we get in the store, the man who owns the store, shut the door lock. Just let us stay in the store. I'm like, man, listen, man, that day I knew we had to spend like $50,000.
We gotta jump into the BJ Chambers for the story. Touch a little basis to the Chambers boys. Doctors with prison in Congress. Yeah, that was Rayful Edmond. Rayful Edmond story. We go touch on a few key people. I'm gonna probably do something on Jeff Fort, the El Rukin, Black Peace Dawn Nation, Almighty Vice Lords. You know what I'm saying? Vice Lords. You know, Bloods like Peter Rolak and probably a couple more people like Tookie Williams, Blue Da Vinci, BMF, and all that. I'm gonna cover all that in Dexo South.
Royalty and building a real legend. Some people say the movie New Jack City was made after this guy, his family. A staple in Detroit, when you talk about the streets of Detroit, say bosses in the streets, you can't say anything about mentioning the Chamber Boys, the Chamber family. BJ Chambers, how you doing, my guy?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks for having me here on your show.
Sure.
It's going to be entertaining, a little information for the public who might not know me or just heard of me.
Yeah. Hey, man, welcome to the wonderful state of mind, man. Arkansas native from a small town, Arkansas. What part of Arkansas?
Mariana. Mariana is outside of Memphis, Tennessee.
Okay.
We're more closer to Memphis than we is to
Gotcha.
So I lived there approximately about 15 years before I, so to speak, migrated from there to Detroit.
Gotcha. Now, your upbringing, Deep South, Mariana was, that county was one of the poorest counties.
Yes, and poverty was there heavily. And, it didn't affect me like most people might think how poverty do affect because of the population was so small. When you see things, then you understand you're not eating or living like other people.
Yeah.
But when you're around people's your stature, everybody poor,
yeah,
that's just how it is. Until you just wake up like, damn, this ain't what's happening.
Now, did you realize you were poor once you got grown and moved to Detroit?
Yeah,
okay.
Pretty much. That's when I realized it was a totally different world outside of where I grew up at.
Yeah. Got you.
Yeah.
Now, coming up, Deep South, back it up, we're known to have a real big family.
Correct.
And you came from how many siblings did you have?
14. 10 boys, 4 girls. I'm a twin.
Man.
Yeah.
Okay, and you and your twin, where are y'all at the 14?
I think around about 7.
Okay, so you're in the middle.
Yeah, somewhere in the middle.
Man. All those kids, what was the household like with your parents?
Not 4 bedrooms, just a 4-room shack. Sleeping everywhere.
Yeah.
I think it was me, my twin, and my other brother, about a year older than me. We slept.
Okay.
And then my mom's dad slept across from us in another room.
Oh, man.
And they were just packed everywhere else in the house,
This is probably the most intrusive question. But so many kids, and your parents share rooms with the kids, when do they ever have a chance to get it in? And they so many kids.
Maybe doing, I guess, share profit, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be the much the youngest ones in the room with him. Because when we in there, we knocked out.
I feel it. So your parents were sharecroppers.
Yes.
So what were they thinking? What was the crops they was out there getting?
Of course, I can remember it's always been cotton.
Okay.
That was one of the main elements back then of farming was cotton. But Now it's everything, man. Weed, you know what I'm saying? Sugar cane, corn, peanuts.
Yeah.
You know, they got everything down.
Got you.
Yeah.
Now, it is your family sharecropping, but your family also had a club down there that was
correct.
What did they call it? A club or juke joint? What did they call it?
Juke joint, cafe, or whatever. I think it was Blue Swan.
Got you.
That was the name of it. It went through several different names, but I do remember that one in particular, Blue Swan Cafe.
Now, whose idea was it to make this juke joint?
It was actually my dad.
Okay.
You know, my dad always worked at a job, a lot of times too, and he built it with scrap. He built it at
We help people with disabilities create their own full, meaningful lives. By supporting us, the DTE Foundation is helping to build a more productive and inclusive community.
I documented Motown Mafia, the Eddie Jackson organization in Detroit from the late 60s to the late 70s. It's a look back to the players of another time.
Shout to Al Prophet. He got some dope content. Go follow Al Prophet.
Would you care to reveal just what your business holdings are, how you acquired this one?
What if I tell you that you didn't know my business?
Big Meech is a product of Detroit, and he's influenced American culture like no criminal in recent times. Now 50 Cent is bringing the story to tell it. Motown Mafia will give you an insight into the city and the people that laid the groundwork for Demetrius Big Meech Flannery, who was so influential in urban culture today.
No, I don't know why they never do this again.
1973, Detroit Free Press's front page proclaims dope kingpins get away. They had names like Jesse James, Pretty Ricky, Black Rick, and Mr. Cool. Two of the 12 men listed as Detroit's biggest heroin dealers were next door neighbors. In reality, they were the two largest heroin dealers in Detroit, dwarfing the other men on the list. Eddie the Fat Man Jackson, charismatic son of a pool hall owner, and his chief lieutenant, Courtney the Field Marshal Brown, a former city bus driver, that built an empire in the power of men like Nicky Barnes, Frank Lucas of New York. But theirs was a very different and in many ways more sophisticated operation than Barnes and Lucas's, based on family ties and finesse more than murder or mayhem. They truly were the Motown Mafia, and the saga of Eddie Jackson, Courtney Brown, and their families stretched from the 1960s and into the present day. Starting in 1969, Eddie Jackson had built a tight inner circle of lieutenants like Charles Rudolph, Russell Clayton, Ronald Five-O Garrett, Black Butch, and his right-hand man, Courtney Brown. All of them had grown up together in Detroit's old Black Bottom and Paradise Valley neighborhoods, forming an unbreakable foundation for their soon-to-come heroin empire.
So when you looked at Black Bottom, but you also looked at more. You had a spirit of great integrity.
The saloons and nightclubs that once made Paradise Valley's Hastings Street famous around the country are long gone now, replaced by urban renewal and shining new stadiums. But when Eddie Jackson and his crew were growing up, it was the heart of a vibrant community.
A lot of black folks were there, and they needed very essentials that most communities need. They needed good housing. They needed to be able to maintain those houses. They needed employment. They need social relationships. All of that took place in Black Bottom.
During this time, you could leave your doors open.
Being a young boy growing up in the Black Bottom, we talk about neighborhoods in the good old days. That was a neighborhood. When they talk about leaving your door open and the lady down the street or the man down the street would whoop you for doing something wrong.
You would go out if you were Caucasian. You would party in other parts of Detroit.
But after midnight, if you really wanted to have a party, you really wanted to eat good, you came down to Black Mountain. And the senselessness of crime didn't exist. They weren't going to rob you, they enjoyed it.
I met Eddie Jackson and lived around the corner. My sister used to rent from his father.
Eddie Jackson and Courtney Brown first met in the late 40s when they were kids and formed a fast bond.
So Eddie had to be at least 5 or 6, and I had to be at least 10.
Their father used to dig around and go there. So he looked up to him.
Eddie Jackson's father fled the South in the 1920s, possibly after some trouble with the law, and became a prominent businessman in Paradise Valley.
The audience needs to understand the significance of black entrepreneurship that was not considered simply a doctrine.
You know, so he looked up to him.
The audience needs to understand that was not.
When this guy was not old enough to buy a pack of cigarettes legally, Detroit police and the mayor labeled him public enemy #1. So you got to think about how was a kid, which is what he was, public enemy #1. No matter what he may or may not have been doing, who were the adults? The police. The political powers.
Police officials say Young Boys Incorporated, as his gang is known, controlled 80% of the heroin traffic in Detroit. The gang was also implicated in 68 homicides. Butch, how did a young guy get into Young Boys Incorporated? What was the procedure?
So basically, if you weren't from this neighborhood and you wanted to roll, you wanted to be down, you had to get somebody to sponsor you. In other words, somebody had to vouch for you, that you was a stand-up guy, or meaning that you wouldn't tell if you got caught.
Young Boys Incorporated are the guys that made selling drugs hip and made killing people okay. This is the analysis of Dr. Carl Taylor, a sociologist from Michigan State, about the infamous YBI, which you might be familiar with. The BMF show has had inspired Big Meat and Southwest T when they were growing up in the early 80s in Detroit.
The kids work in teams, one collecting the money, another delivering the dope, others acting as lookouts, and all are decoys for one another. And when a lookout throws a signal, a busy street can become deserted in a matter of seconds. That way, a cruising police officer sees nothing.
I got arrested in December 1983, December 13, 1983.
Tell us what was going through your head when you were taken into that course. As we're going to get into, the way the newspaper was written is that I guess you were supposedly somebody threatening the judge, and you had to take it in the basement, but and there was a letter supposedly written by you threatening the mayor, but at the time, couldn't read right. So what was going on in your mind when this was happening?
Well, basically it was like, why was they targeting me? So I'm just trying to figure out what was really going on.
And you were what age at this time?
I was 17, just turned 18.
So all this mythology about you that supposedly didn't happen at all was just in the space of what, you being 13 to 18 or something?
It wasn't about 2-3 years, if that.
It's really not even possible for all the things attributed to you to even have happened in that short period of time.
To make me public enemy #1?
I can't stress to you how kind of unbelievable it is that I was able to interview him in the early 80s when he was just 16 or 17. He was blasted all over the Detroit newspaper as public enemy #1, as declared by the mayor of Detroit. Think about that, a 17-year-old. He ended up doing about almost, I think, 30 years in prison.
There was a guy named Kendrick. He was a rat long time ago. So if he was a rat long time ago, why would I want to do something to him? He wasn't no bomb. He was just this guy that was out here just like everybody else. You know, trying to be in the streets. And when he came down to it, he told. You know, he lied and told. Which that's what a lot of people doing now. They lying and telling. was on the east side.
Or was that Joseph Brown?
Yeah.
So that's a case where you were telling me that the police said
one of their witnesses to say it was my name.
So he supposedly made a deathbed, his coffee, and he's dying, and he said,
and the police told him to say, yeah.
So, that wasn't even his name.
No, it wasn't even that.
Yeah, it wasn't even like Nick. And his legend, as you'll come to see in this interview, maybe some of the things about him, but when I was in the county jail in Detroit, and I carried 10 years after every day they claimed he shot them, he killed their brother, he couldn't have did all the things people said.
Once I found out there was dope releases over there, I knew then it was something else behind.
It wasn't really even an attempted murder. He got shot
in the butt.
Right here on St. Antoine.
Yeah. He said I chased him down the street and everything, but you know, I ain't do none of that. They kept him in 1300 for 2 years while I was going to trial.
They kept him in 1300 Bowman?
Yeah, they kept him in 13. Yeah, they kept him over there until I went to trial.
For to force him
to tell on me because they violated his probation to testify on the ninth floor. On the ninth floor.
The ninth floor is pretty goddamn uncomfortable.
Well, it's uncomfortable to those who don't want to be there. You know, the rats won't be there. You know, people who tell them that's where they want to be. They don't want to be in population with everybody.
FBI figures show Detroit with 61 murders for every 100,000 citizens last year. Gary, Indiana was second, and other major cities ran far behind. Where else but Detroit?
In the years of just 80, 81, 82, there was 1,800 murder crimes. 1,800 murders. How
responsible for any of them? I don't know. I don't know why they get a count like that. I don't know what's going on.
What age did you get involved with my guy? What was 13?
Raymond, Chuck, Wayne, Bone, them the guys. Okay, we all together. Everybody together. And everybody got these little crews though.
We wasn't all wild like that. You know, we got a bad rep. We wasn't all wild like that. But if we got a line, we gave it to you.
Just hanging out, trying to figure out something. You know, so we would.
Yeah, next time I dive into this Blade Icewood, Murder Men TV, man. Give y'all exclusive glides into a little bit about FBG Butta, No Limit Kyro. Brought to you by Trenches News. Shout out Trenches News and Mickey Truth. But yeah, I'm gonna dig into this Blade Icewood now.
City. A story unfolded of betrayal, history, and an undying legacy. The man at the center of it all, Blade Icewood. On Tuesday, April 19th, 2005, Darnell Quincy Lindsay, aka Blade Icewood, was still awake despite it being 2 a.m. He called up his friend, Street Lord Rook, who was doing time in federal prison, to check up on him. Blade Icewood bragged about the latest album he had worked on, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, and insisted that whenever Rook got out of prison, they would work and rap together. They laughed and joked, talked about life and the future. But eventually, Blade ended the call and went to sleep. Rook had no idea that he would never see Blade Icewood again. The following day, Icewood had a friend drive him in his silver Range Rover to get a car wash. Blade sat in the passenger seat in his wheelchair as they headed over to Detroit's west side. But as their car sat in line, someone approached the vehicle. A gunman walked up and fired 17 shots into the passenger side, assassinating Icewood, but leaving the driver unharmed. The gunman then sped away from the scene as a crowd began to form. The news of Blade Icewood's assassination quickly spread, and with it, shockwaves of grief and disbelief. In the immediate aftermath, the streets of Detroit became a canvas of pain and rage.
Yeah, that was a little bit about Blade Ice. I'm gonna just tap into Band Gang. So y'all hear about the story about Band Gang out of Detroit, Michigan. Cash Gang. Like Big Key, FWC Big Key, he locked up right now. 2-4 week.
While not a large ensemble, they have garnered recognition for their
Shout out Strathmore Brewers, Southwest J.
Composed of 6 members: Band Gang Bonnie, Masso, Jabbar, Biggs, Hank Will, and Jizzle P. The group is associated with tracks such as Band Gang or No Gang and First 48. Each of these rappers possesses a distinct style when it comes to their lyrics and how they convey their content through rap. Rap Collective gained widespread recognition after the release of Band Gang or No Gang in the latter part of 2013. Since then, they've embarked on success and impactful collaborative endeavors. Masso, born Richard Riggins on August 24, 1993, Detroit, achieved fame as part of Band Gang. The crew is renowned for tracks like Slip and Flipwood. His solo career took off with the release of his mixtape Grind Season 4 in 2016. His stage name, Masso, is derived from the nickname Maserati Rift given to him by a friend. Band Gang Ronnie Vance, born on July 25, 1995 in Detroit, Michigan, is most celebrated for his track Run It Up. With its video amassing over 500,000 YouTube views, he introduced his debut EP, Top Action, in 2016. Yes, also known as the Real Boys, Band Gang Biggs was released on February 28, 1997. He presented a mixtape titled Grind Season 2 in 2014 under the name Band Gang.
Shout out Crip Jesus.
Take a wipe out, say
Crip Jesus and the Black Illuminati. Need to find out about Black Illuminati. Crip Jesus, look that up. Justice for all. I said justice for Cliff Mack. Peace, love, truth, justice, freedom, peace. You know what I'm saying? Love, peace, truth, freedom, justice. You know, you gotta stand on all those principles. Free Cliff Mack, justice for Cliff Mack. Go look it up on change.org. Justice for Cliff Mack, and then look up community leader to create homeless shelters and more. Change.org, but go look up community leader to create community shelters and more, and then look up Justice for Cliff Mack. Let's go.
Band Gang Will was born on May 17, 1993 in Detroit, Michigan. He caught traction once he released the music video for his song Real in 2016. His active Twitter account boasts more than 20,000 followers.
I don't think he was born in 93 though, because he wasn't even older than me, and I'm born in 95. Down at it.
Initially, these MCs pursued their solo paths, releasing tracks, videos, and mixtapes individually. The year 2014 was notably productive, yielding releases like White Buff Boys, Grind Season 2, and The Family. The momentum carried into the subsequent year with more mixtapes, including The Young Kings and WDW, each imbued with their raw and informed gangster rap style.
I think Paid Will was born in 98. Yeah, 1998. He got a song called Established in 98. Established 98. He got a song. Band Gang Paid Will. Long Live Paid Real.
The following year marked the release of the collaborative EP, The Appetizer, with Trumpetone. In 2018, they collectively released their inaugural studio project, In Too Deep, consisting of 30 tracks. This work serves as a testament to street maximism and the charismatic force behind its evolving hip-hop sound. With fervent dynamic energy and the gritty authenticity set against lively instrumentals, the 6 MCs of Band Gang have played a pivotal role in the transformation of Detroit's hip-hop scene. Their dedication and millions of YouTube views culminated in In Too Deep, featuring standout tracks like Narcotics 2, Ain't No Problem, and collaboration with artists such as S.O.B., RBE, Mozzie, Filthy Rich, and Draco contribute to the tapestry of their work. An additional association exists with another Detroit-based ensemble named Shred Gang. Stemming from their shared geographical backgrounds and relationships, it's important to note that Band Gang and Shred Gang maintain distinct identities, though they exhibit camaraderie and frequently collaborate on musical endeavors. Their connection notwithstanding, both groups find themselves in conflict with Cash Gang, also recognized as FWC. This particular crew has found itself at odds with a wide array of entities within the city, encompassing 700, 9,000, Black Boys, and
Naturally, Band Gang. The prominent figure within Cash Gang is FWC Big Key, recognized by the moniker Big I, a title stemming from his divisive reputation within the city. Additional affiliates of Cash Gang encompass Cash Gang Rollhead, FWC Lick, Moore, Mike, and Sticks. While there was never a sense of camaraderie between the two factions, their relationship wasn't always marked by hostility. However, as both factions solidified their presence in the streets and in the music scene, an escalating tension emerged, ultimately culminating in a full-fledged conflict.
You see the cardboard cutouts? Oh man, I just pray everybody be safe out there. That's some shit that I'm out the street, so I don't be really like, you know. I just see it just like you do. I just seen it on Twitter. I seen some rappers who made cardboard cutouts for some dead people that they had issues with, and I was like, that's another level right there. I don't be saying it because it's a lot. It's like I can't watch all of it. Yeah. It's like you saying that, like 10 niggas did it. So I don't really like, and then I don't want to see that type of shit.
Yeah. The turning point that escalated the feud between these rival collectives beyond reconciliation was the tragic killing of another renowned Detroit rapper named Dex Osama. Dex was tragically shot and killed outside a local D-town strip club called Crazy Boys. In the wake of this tragedy, details have begun to surface regarding the sequence of events leading up to the fatal shooting. As per court testimony, a disturbing incident involving Osama and his girlfriend emerged as a potential precursor. The girlfriend, Chantel Spurbank, provided her account during a pre-examination hearing for the case on October 23rd. As reported by the Detroit Free Press, Chantel recounted the events of that fateful night. On September 7th, the night of the incident, she was working at the Crazy Horse Gentlemen's Club on Michigan Avenue. Dex, an up-and-coming rapper, was present at the club. At a certain juncture, she was preparing to dance for a patron, received a signal from Dex to abstain. Subsequently, when she approached Dex, he became incensed and poured champagne over her while sternly instructing her to get dressed. During her time in the dressing room, she claimed to have heard a single gunshot. Otis Davis, aged 46, and Dietrich Otis, aged 31, have both been charged with a range of offenses linked to the rapper's tragic demise. The charge includes open murder, assault with intent to murder, and possession of a firearm by a felon. They are allegedly affiliated with both Cash Gang and Shred Gang. Police investigations suggest that a confrontation involving two groups unfolded within the confines of the club, eventually spilling outside. This altercation culminated in the shooting of Dex Osama, who was pronounced dead upon arrival at the nearby hospital. At the time of his death, Dex had a reputation as one of Detroit's most formidable figures. While he was not aligned with either Cash Gang or Band Gang, he maintained ties to a separate faction known as Chopper Boys. During the early 2010s, Dex emerged as one of Detroit's most promising rising stars. Around 2013, his career began to soar, earning him a significant contract with Meek Mill's Dream Chasers label. Many anticipated that he would be the next Detroit rapper to achieve mainstream success, revitalizing the city's presence in the music industry. However, Dex's renown extended beyond his musical achievements. He was also renowned in Detroit for his activities within the street. Inevitably, as his reputation grew, he acquired a few adversaries. Dex found himself in a confrontation with Band Gang after disrespecting one of their fallen prominents, Band Gang Dada, also known as Two Nuts. Dada tragically lost his life in 2015 in an alley altar.
Yeah, this Band Gang. You know what I'm saying? Go subscribe to Dose of Media. He got some fire content. And go subscribe to Band Gang. You know what I'm saying? Great Lake Clarity Films. Band Gang Mazo. Shred Gang Mom. All of them. Go look up all they stuff.
Albert, who subsequently fatally shot him. In an interview with DJ Small's Eyes, a member of the Shred Gang, named Shred Gang Moon, provided insights into the circumstances surrounding Dada's untimely passing.
How did he pass away?
He got killed. He got shot.
How'd you hear about it?
Don't worry.
That's tough.
It's like shit, it comes the next time we live. You know what I'm saying?
Their paths intersected with Denzel Talbert and his group, resulting in a physical altercation. The specifics of the altercation's cause remain unclear, though local chatter suggests that Dada attempted to seize Talbert's Cartier bucks, prompting Talbert to pursue and ultimately fatally injure him. While accounts differ, the outcome remains unchanged. Two members of Band Gang, including Dada, suffered gunshot wounds, leading to Dada's tragic demise. Foundational figure within Band Gang, Dada's significance is evident in the numerous references to him in the group's songs, such as Dada's Winning by Band Gang Paid Will. Prior to this incident, Dex Osama had already been embroiled in conflicts with both Band Gang and Shred Gang, reportedly engaging in a shootout where his AK was disarmed. In the aftermath of Dada's passing, Dex employed his death as a catalyst for revenge against his adversaries, resorting to diss tracks targeting their deceased comrade. One notable track, Jack Boy, featuring Raw King, includes the lines, "Ride around town in one chopper, 2 blocks, hit him in his head, calling 2 dots." This blatant disrespect toward Dada did not go unnoticed by Band Gang, but served as a swift catalyst for intensifying their conflict. The escalation manifested as both Band Gang and Shred Gang began referencing Dex in derogatory ways within their music and on social media platforms. Tragically, on September 7th, 2015, Dex Osama met his end, succumbing to gunshot wounds sustained outside the strip club in Detroit.
2 people have been shot, one of them fatally outside the Crazy Horse strip club. They are told that this started as an argument over a woman. Right now, we can tell you that everything started inside the club and then moved outside where it turned deadly.
The tragic killing of Dex Osama marked the genesis of an enduring conflict that persists to this very day. The situation grew more contentious as band gang members persisted in using their music to disparage Dex even after his untimely demise, prompting Big Key to feel compelled to protect the memory of his fallen comrade. Both factions embarked on a battle, utilizing both social media and music to fuel their rivalry. However, in 2019, Key faced a legal challenge that momentarily diverted his focus. He was found guilty of 2 counts of forgery and possession of criminal tools. Although he managed to sidestep imprisonment, he received a 4-year probation sentence, yet his respite was belief. Within the same year, he found himself facing another legal charge, this time for felony fraud. Remarkably, he avoided incarceration once more by promptly posting bail. As Cash Gang celebrated their leaders returning to the streets, Band Gang experienced a devastating loss. One of their esteemed members, Jizzle P, tragically passed away, casting a somber shadow over the Band Gang community.
Just a difficult conversation. You're talking about Aaron Mays, the son and loved by so many in his family and neighborhood. And Jizzle P, his nickname as a rapper, packed with talent. Really a star on the rise. His mom tells me she was right there when someone ran up and shot him to death.
The tragedy struck on September 23, 2020, when Jizzle P fell victim to a brutal murder that unfolded right in front of his mother. Jizzle P and another individual were seated within a Chrysler 300 on Fielding Street. The assailant unleashed a barrage of bullets, targeting the car. The vehicle was situated in the driveway of Jizzle P's mother's residence. She bore witness to the harrowing incident. The deluge of gunfire was so intense that the ensuing sparks obscured her vision, preventing her from identifying the perpetrator responsible for this heinous act.
My heart don't hurt, my soul hurt. My soul hurt. I watched my son down my face.
In the aftermath, Jizzle P's mother expressed her grief on news outlets, mourning the loss of her son, while Band Gang pledged to avenge the untimely passing of their comrade. Regrettably, Cash Gang exhibited minimal regard for the loss of their rival. Soon after the tragic event came to light, they took to social media to deride the deceased rapper. Initiating a deeply disrespectful response, Big Key led the charge by openly mocking Jizzle P's death during an Instagram live session. The callous laughter and comments included his intent to acquire an AR rifle to further target their adversaries.
Yeah, no. Man, I'm gonna go pick him up. Hey, y'all, I got to get different.
The remainder of the Cash Game followed Big Key's lead, using social media as a platform to mock the rapper and assert responsibility for his murder. Given the circumstances, it appears the attack on Band Gang was premeditated. Javon later disclosed that he was shot on the same day and at the same time as Jizzle P, though in a different location. Miraculously, he survived his assault. Javon was undergoing hospital recuperation when he received the devastating news of his comrade's demise. Adding to their anguish, Band Gang experienced yet another loss, this time the Band Gang paid well. Toward the end of 2020, law enforcement responded to reports of gunfire around the area. Brandon, West Chicago. Inside one of the residences, they discovered Band Gang paid Will deceased, having suffered a fatal head wound following what appeared to be a shootout. This occurred mere months after Jizzle P's murder, inflicting consecutive blows upon Band Gang. Although these events weren't widely covered by official media sources, the group members turned to platforms like Twitter and Instagram to share the news of their fallen comrade. Another lesser-known member, Band Gang Lemon Steen, also passed away during this period, as evidenced by condolences shared by both Jabbar and Monty on social media. Thus, the group found itself grappling with the rapid succession of efforts, all occurring within a short stretch of months. Compounding their distress, their adversaries continued to comment on social media platforms, further exacerbating the anguish by witness the deceased comrade possible.
I think he said Cash Gang. Oh my God. Oh my God. Bro, chill out, bro. Y'all too loud.
The escalating violence drew the attention of early March. Big Key's residence faced a raid by federal.
Yeah, man, that was a story of Big Key getting raided. You can look up more on that. I'm gonna show you another video on 2-4 League.
Nobody wins when the family feels.
It's 2-4 League. We can jump off the porch and very good and bad.
Yo, that's in my head.
What happened to the last bit? Soon as I say y'all jumped off the porch, be true.
So I've always been a little bad nigga, but I play sports and so yeah, that's where everybody around from. Niggas gonna play sports and shit got their own sports teams and shit. Yeah. Like I always played sports shit. I always been a street nigga too, but it was time to get some money on it. We had to get some money. Yeah. Didn't want to get no job and that nigga getting and shit. Yeah.
In the hollow halls of hip hop lore, there's a new chapter being written. A tale of ambition, fame, and criminality that blurs the line between art and life. It's similar to a story of another gentleman who we'll later discuss. A Michigan rapper on the rise. His music was raw and unfiltered as the city streets raised him, and that's what probably failed him.
After being on the radar of the feds for bodies, which he later elaborated on, and his music, which we'll later check out, to being so high, he's caught at a gentleman club in his community trying to carry a switch inside the venue, which is an automatic fed case and a minimum of 5 years in prison. Now, for YouTube guidelines, this is a cartoon version of a pen with a switch. Now, they can't operate without the other, but for those who don't know, a switch, first and foremost, is illegal. And some say it's kind of impossible to really have full control when you got a switch on your firearm. It's a mechanism that allows the pen to be blocked to allow multiple rounds at once discharged from your firearm. This rapper lyrics that was infused with tales of violence and gang robbery were more than just a provocative rhymes. They were a stark reflection of the life he lived. Yeah, it wasn't his music that put him in the crosshairs of the federal authorities. It was his actions off the stage, culminating in a series of events, one fateful night at a Detroit strip club that would finally catch up with him. This is the story of a man caught in the crossfire between his music, his lifestyle, and the law. So before we go over this one, family, remember, I won't give you no hate. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it. In the gritty streets of Detroit, a rapper known as 24 League was on the rise. Born Malik Taylor, his music was raw and unfiltered, reflecting the harsh realities of his upbringing and the gang-affiliated lifestyle he led. His lyrics often referenced his gang, Cash Gang, and hinted at violent acts, even alleged killing. Taylor was in the spotlight, not just for his music, but for also the ongoing feud with another Detroit rapper named Bando Cub. Now, they also called Bando Cub Baldy because he rocked the ball to low cut. Bando Cub released tracks like Talking Crazy, released 4 years ago with over 5,000 views. And hard dance on the streets. But on November 24th, 2020, Bando Cub took his last breath. Detroit police say a man was found deceased outside of his van with his kid inside. May he rest in peace. A lot of condolences to his family. 24 League wasted no times in the years to come to reference those chilling events and his music, and even on Clubhouse. That was just in my head. What happened to the last nigga that nigga know about that GBC. That's what I'm gonna say, nigga. You see your mother Bible? Hey, I get that. And the reason I know this thus far is because of the Detroit media. So shout out to them. And the video that they referencing to that Bando was saying that I guess some Cash Gang members was doing was twerking. It's this video right here. Try that video too, man. So try that. Bando Cub was the only one. Yes. But for 24 League and those allegations is the least of his concerns. It's the moment. Now, before we elaborate on 24 League current legal troubles and the stage and the chain of these events, we got him now currently facing 5 years at a minimum. I want us to take a moment to check out a recent interview and jump right off the porch. I want to take out 2 minutes to let you guys hear how he started rapping, how it was for him growing up in Michigan.
Oftentimes we know Detroit to be like the place to be like the big guys, big cars. We also know get like that there like too. So I was out there experiencing both sides of the city. We gotta really like look at the niggas recruiters, but at the same time like niggas out there taking niggas. Don't just see out real today. We really gotta have a name for it. Niggas don't try you. You don't get tried. That's crazy.
Reflection of his life on the streets. On the night of September 17, 2023, Taylor's reckless behavior caught up with him after receiving to authorities an anonymous tip about a man with a firearm trying to enter Detroit's gentleman club. The man was later identified as 24 League. Taylor, he was found intoxicated and in possession of a Glock 26 Gen 5 equipped with a Glock switch and illegal devices we mentioned that can convert a semi-automatic firearm into an automatic weapon. 24 League arrest was not straightforward. He resisted and even attempted an escape while still handcuffed behind a police car. They was driving, he got out, got loose. While in handcuffs. It wasn't until later that the police managed to secure the arrest. Video footage from the club shows 24 League performing multiple checks to his firearm before trying to enter the club. The firearm, along with the other evidence, was seized by the Detroit Police Department. Now remember, we said he was already under the microscope of the FBI for what he was talking about. People losing their life that he was connected to. Upon the investigation, it was discovered that 24 League had flaunted the same firearm in his music video, overdoing it. Even presented in his indictment that in that song, he hit the president of the switch. This, along with other pieces of evidence, including his jury Instagram account, made it clear to authorities that 24 League was not just a rapper, but a convicted felon who had violated the felon in possession of a firearm. now, despite the switch case with their attorney, and I'll keep you guys updated. But as I conclude this case, it's clear how the lines between 2-4 music and his life and lyric, his arrest was the result of his own actions, stemming from his.
Next I'm gonna show y'all something from Flint after this Detroit cash game with Bang Gang.
Aaron Mays, better known as Jizzle P, was shot and killed last night while sitting in a car on Detroit's west side. My heart don't hurt, my soul hurt. My soul hurt. I watch my son down.
What up, gang? Back with the grill. You know what's the deal. This is Detroit going crazy for a lot of reasons, too. We got the music side of things, but arguably, two of the best to ever do it. Eminem and Royce the 5'9". Then we got Big Sean, Sada Baby, T Grizzly, hella talent putting the D on the map. But there's a dark side of Detroit that continues to end the lives of promising rappers and bring pain to their loved ones. Two gangs in particular have been a constant reminder of how disrespect and revenge keep the body dropping. FWC Cash Gang and Bang Gang. The two of them locked in a bloody battle for years. It's just too many losses at this point. Who are these gangs? Why is there so much hatred between the two? Who switched sides and who was up on the scope? Let's talk about it. Before I get into it, let me know what city you're from and what rap you beside your city. Alright, the names of each are known through the city, but they all going 7. Cash Gang is to have it one with everyone from 700 to 9,000 to Block Boys and Bang Gang. They crosshairs, and two of them going at it every single. Gangs don't have a massive membership, but select members for savages. Body count can't approve it. So, who are these members? Bang Gang originally went by TR 4620. You can see the name in their early songs. Eventually, they will be known fully as Big Money Gang, BMBG. Officially, they had 6 members, but most growing up close to each other around the same block.
So what rappers is in Big Gang? It's Big Gang rappers. They ain't incarcerated in one house.
In the interview with Say Cheese, that was filmed in 2017, Bang Gang paid Will and Bang Gang Lonnie, one of which is now deceased, and another shot. This is the founding 6 members. Along with them, with Bang Gang Rose, aka Bang Gang Jabbar, Bang Gang Maso, Bang Gang Jizzle P, aka Bang Gang AJ, and Bang Gang Big. 2 incarcerated at the time, with Bang Gang Rose for 2 years. And Bang Gang Jizzle P. The other member that was on house arrest at the time, was scamming, car fraud, with Bang Gang Big.
You on house arrest, right? Can we speak on that? Okay, how long is it going?
Even with them going through all they were, they all remained solid, continued to drop bangers either together or on their solo flag. Who became known for their hardcore lyricism and real life in the streets. To this day, Bang Gang or No Gang, First 48 are hood classics that brought Bang Gang to the people. One thing to note before getting into how things popped off in Cash Gang was that people normally confuse Bang Gang and Shred Gang that's also got beef with Cash Gang. True that they're basically family, but Shred Gang got their own thing going on. The two actually grew up opposite each other basically. They rivals, FWC Cash Gang, no strangers to the streets themselves. They squad has a face of a gang that is known for its wild characteristics, but applying preference to the op. Guess that's why he earned the name Big Op, aka FWC Big Key.
Yeah, we got, you told me the name Big Op?
Big Op, man.
Nah, Big Key, FWC Big Key.
Other members are Cash Gang Lil Ed, FWC Cash Gang Lit, Cash Gang Moore, Cash Gang Mike, Cash Gang Stick. As 2 crews grew in status, so did they click. Expanded the Bang Gang and Cash Gang name, but with gains, the losses, the beef escalated beyond the point of stopping. Spark that lit the fuse to the bloodshed, and he said to have been instigated by another Detroit savage on the Dex Osama of the Detroit game, Copper Boy. To understand why that may have been the case, we need to go back to 2015, where another Bang Gang member by the name of Bang Gang Jada, aka Bang Gang 2 Dot, was murdered in the alley after getting into altercation with the shooter, Denzel Talbert, and he ran him down, ultimately ending Jada's life. The things began becoming comparable from Cash Gang and Bang Gang started here. Dex Osama with his 2 dots in the track alongside Rocaine, Tyler Jack Boy shit. Right around town, 1 chopper, 2 glocks. Hit him in his head, call him 2 dots. That disc, gasoline set things blazing with him and Bang Gang. Bang Gang will respond with Shred Gang with Dex Osama. The two will take jabs on wax and go at it back and forth on social media. Sadly,
we go dig into more of that story. But this my homeboy. He's actually a good dude, man. Just got caught up in some, some crazy situation.
Northside 2012. The case grew cold.
This is ABC News at 5.
This is a very brutal crime.
A brutal double murder and sexual assault in Flint is back in the headlines. It happened inside an adult foster care facility on city's Northside in 2012. The case grew cold after the leaves dried up, but today new evidence aims to bring justice for the victims. It's the Station has live news of the story all over 5 o'clock. Jessica? It is more details come out about the case. It gets more disturbing. 3 mentally handicapped people were attacked in their adult foster home in Flint. 2 women were killed, 2 men were killed, and a woman who was raped was able to get away. It happened back in August of 2012. Police say 21-year-old Marcus Howell broke into this home on Dayton near DuPont. Investigators think it might have started as a robbery, but then escalated violently. Howell allegedly shot and killed 54-year-old Randy Phillips and 40-year-old Patrick Bovin. Then he allegedly raped another woman, his son, and slashed her throat. She was able to escape. All 3 of the victims were mentally handicapped. It's taken investigators 7 years to piece together what happened. Eventually, DNA evidence from a rape kit led police to Marcus Howell, who is already serving time for carjacking. Genesee County Prosecutor David Lindley also gives credit to a witness who decided to speak up.
It takes great courage to come forward, and we need more of that. One of the biggest problems we have here in Genesee County is people who have knowledge of crimes who don't want to tell police what they know.
True, I'm Jessica Dubnak, AB. Was raped was able to get away. It happened back in August of 2012. Police say 21-year-old Marcus Howell broke into this home on Dayton near DuPont. Investigators think it might have started as a robbery, but then escalated violently. Howell allegedly shot and killed 54-year-old Randy Phillips and 40-year-old Patrick Bovin. Then he allegedly raped another woman, his son, and slashed her throat. She was able to escape. All 3 of the victims were mentally handicapped. It's taken investigators 7 years to piece together what happened. Eventually, DNA evidence from a rape kit led police to Marcus Howell, who's already serving time for carjacking. Genesee County Prosecutor David Lindley also gives credit to a witness who decided to speak up.
Yeah, my boy Marcus, he was a good dude, man. I gotta write him and get his word out here, give him a word and do a story on his story. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. But Free Pooter, man, he was really like that, but he just made some crazy decisions. I don't accept everything he did, but you know what I'm saying? Pray for forgiveness for my brother and send condolences out to the people that lost their lives and the girl in the situation and everything he did. But just to seeing my boy Traquan, you know what I'm saying? Pooter knew him. My boy Traquan had died. Me and my homeboy Rico used to hang out, he passed too. Just to see my boy Traquan, he got his arm down there, got took off. He got hit, you know what I'm saying, with a bullet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, it's just Flint, Michigan.
The 23rd murder of Andre Morris on the 2600 block of Franklin marked Flint's 55th homicide for 2011, down from 2010's record of 66, and down from 1986's high of 61. However, there were more than double the officers in 1986 than there are now. City leaders say they're doing as much as they can with the resources they have. Those we talked to today did not blame the drop in police.
You're 16 and 22-year-old. They're out running the streets. You know, at one time we had a curfew. What happened to Flint's curfew? You know? And there's no reason for these kids to be out on the street after midnight.
So residents blame the breakdown of the home, loss of jobs, and people with little to do, and the idea they have nothing to lose.
If you find a kid that's not scared of anything, he doesn't fear God, can't tell him nothing, that's a dangerous kid.
A lack of responsibility, think many, demonstrated by vandalism.
The housing has a lot to do with it. Burned out building.
Yeah, but I'm doing you see, as you can see down the bottom, you can hit me up. I'm doing a home renovation on elderly lady for elderly lady. Been doing some work. I'm gonna show you guys some pictures and get some videos for you guys to see the job I've been doing. And make a video on that too. I'm helping her get assistant, and I'm trying to get her a house, and I may have a buyer for it. I'm gonna talk to a few people, see if they want interested. I'm gonna fix on the house and get it ready for them. You know what I'm saying? It's already ready, but I just want to get it extra ready. I've been fixing on the roof and stuff, and ceiling, and then the bathroom and the basement. So yeah,
It's been cleaned up and now
look
it's
up that.
called Chevy Cummins. And to learn more about that, make sure to check out.
But yeah, it's Murder Men TV, man. I'm bring you that content soon about the renovation project, and then the homeless shelter with the garden and the camps I'm providing. And then you can go on change.org and you can look up my you can look up my petition, and you look up Justice for Cliff Mac too, and then you can look up Justice Justice for Cliff Mac. Look up Justice for Cliff Mac, sign that petition. Look up my petition. Create home. You create. Sorry, I keep stumbling across my word. I'm sorry about that. But the name of my I'm kind of fried right now. But the name of my petition is Community Leader to Create Homeless Shelters and More. Look that up on change.org, and then look up Justice for Cliff Mac. Justice for Cliff Mac, and then Community Leader to Create Homeless Shelters and More. But yeah, just stay tuned.
All right, well, this is pretty cool actually, seeing a Chevrolet logo in the median of Chevrolet Avenue. But moving on now, because as this Flint series comes to an end, videos on other places that surround Flint will continue to be added to my Flint playlist as they're uploaded to
It's
YouTube.
just a lot of road
Flushing,
from where I am.
Grand
So.
Blanc, Davidson, Schwartz Creek, and Flint Township. At the time
Yeah,
of me
and I'm
uploading this
Flint
video,
Township, and
I
then
already
the
have a
house
video
that I'm
up
working
on
on is
Genesee Township
5 houses down from Flint Township. So, and then I'm gonna show you some pictures of the house, and then some repairs I'm doing, and then some receipts from like the sewer company, and then I'm gonna just show you a bunch of stuff.
Flint has seen a population decline that only a few other larger cities have seen. Flint used to be home to nearly 200,000 people back in 1960, and today it's home to only 81,000 as the city continues to decline at a rapid pace. Meanwhile, I can't reiterate enough how the Flint area is not doing as bad as Flint is doing itself, as it's a night-and-day difference once you step outside of the city limits.
The numbers for Genesee County that the population hit a peak in
County that the population
450,000 before declining to
in
400,000
1980 at 450,000
we see a
before declining to 400,000 today. Otherwise, for Flint, we see a population decline of 59% from its peak, whereas for Genesee County, we see a population decline of only 10%. Now, I'm not saying that Genesee County is thriving. I'm just saying that the Flint area as a whole isn't doing nearly as bad as one might perceive. As those people that live in this area don't actually live in Flint. Today, the city of Flint only makes up 20% of the population for Genesee County, so only 1 out of 5 people that live in this region actually live in Flint.
right now is in pretty good shape for Flint's standards. Actually, it's in really good
You can see, however, that the neighborhood that we're in right now is in pretty good shape for Flint's standards. Actually, it's in really good shape. It looks like it has a high occupancy rate. There's like not a single abandoned house here. It seems that's great. Meanwhile, the zip code that we're in for this video is 48504, and just like pretty much all of the other zip codes in Flint, as you can see here, this one includes areas that are outside of the city limits, mostly in Flint Township and Mount Morris Township. So the data for this zip code won't necessarily reflect the portion that's only in Flint. With that said, there are 26,000
and the median value of owner-occupied housing units is only $35,000, while the poverty rate is 32%. And those numbers are pretty much identical to what we see across all of Flint. Can't lie, this part of town looks really nice, especially after all of the other areas of Flint that we've seen. And it's nice to see a residential neighborhood like this in Flint that's not right next to the cultural center. Meanwhile, on the opposite side of these homes, behind an open green space, is the Flint River. Well, now back to talking about the economic stats of the area. I now bring to you the overall economic stats for Flint and Genesee County. You can see that the two municipalities have vastly different stats, although even the county has lower than average stats than for what we see in both the state of Michigan and for the country.
In Flint, the median household income is an extremely low $32,000 per year, whereas for the county, it's $54,000 per year, about a $22,000 per year difference. Pretty significant. But you can also see that the rate of college graduates is very low for not only Flint, but for the county as well. And to me, that's the most concerning stat, as that tells me that high-paying jobs won't be coming to Flint anytime soon. A few comments and videos say how college degrees are overrated and overpriced sometimes, and there is some truth to that, but there's also truth in saying that you never see these types of areas gain high-paying jobs at a healthy rate. And in order for an area in this country to grow, you need either high-paying jobs or nice year-round weather, in which Flint, Michigan is never going to have nice year-round weather. But with that said, if you take a look at another medium-sized market in Michigan, that being Grand Rapids, you can see how having a strong young talent pool can help a region grow. Kent County, Michigan, which is the county that Grand Rapids is in, sees that 38% of their adults 25 and older hold a bachelor's degree or higher. And while that's not an extremely high rate, it is a rate that is above average. Therefore, the Grand Rapids area continues to see growth. Plus, you could say that Grand Rapids has worse weather than Flint, as Grand Rapids receives lake-effect snow, whereas Flint does not. Other in-state examples of where you can see the same type of effect would be Oakland County to the south, along with Washtenaw County, where Ann Arbor is, along with the Kalamazoo area and the Lansing areas. And not all of those counties have seen population growth, but all of those areas have better economics than what we see throughout Flint and Genesee County without question. And a big reason for that is because of the rate of college degrees. Education matters, people. And for those of you who belong to the Flint area Prideful Brigade and are trying to cancel me for showing how much black there is in your city by saying, every city has crime, every city has bad areas, how about you show your city? How dare you single out Flint? We get enough bad press. Well, let me tell you this. There's way more of this, what you see here, an abandoned apartment complex in Flint, than what you see in Grand Rapids. And it's not even close. You can ignore these facts all you want. The facts are the facts, and this country just doesn't support the manufacturing industries like it once did. Flint's infrastructure strongly supports manufacturing. Its history is all about auto manufacturing, and the truth is that Flint is going to have to find a way to evolve and attract other types of industries and companies if it's ever going to change. And it's the same story that you see in other Rust Belt cities. It's not just Flint. It's also, inner city Detroit. It's Erie, Pennsylvania, Buffalo, New York. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania has done a good job of this, but it's all these other Rust Belt cities too. Cleveland, Ohio, Youngstown, Ohio, list goes on. Yeah, this is the Sunset Village Apartments, a spot that has become a popular place for people to dump off their trash. And apparently this complex had nearly $1 million worth of unpaid water bills at the time of its closing. The complex was condemned in February of 2021 after inspectors noted that the residents didn't have any heat or water. And after it didn't take long for it to look like this, as I took these shots back in September of 2022. The complex had 169 units throughout 5 buildings, and the current owners of the property are looking to renovate the buildings instead of tearing it down. And if you want to know more, there is a good article written on the place by Kate Stockram of flintbeat.com. Parking for residents only, eh? Well, the only resident left here is this cat. Or, as Justin has commented on several of my Flint videos, it's a ferret, not a cat. Well, who knows? Whatever kind of rat bastard it is, it has this whole place to itself. Now that's some sweet living.
Go sign my petition for a homeless shelter, and then a drug testing center, and then drug transit. I said drug transit. I meant to say a bus transit station, and then drug testing centers in the city of Flint. And then, like you said, I'm doing a renovation project for a lady. If you're interested in buying a home, you can contact me. My information is down low. You can see it. You can go look it up. Community leader to create homeless shelters and more. And then, yeah, I was just showing you a little bit of the west side of Flint, and then I'm on the west side, Flint Township, and I'm also doing a garden project. And then, like I said, I'm doing the roof and the ceiling and basement and sewage, and I gotta contact the city, and I gotta GoFundMe for this. And if you want to contact me, you can contact me, donate, and yeah. But look up the GoFundMe, Janice Herzog, Janice Herzog's renovation project, relocation project. You can look me up, Farrell Finley, on Facebook. Um, Murder Mitten TV. Yup. 'Cause I am from the Murder Mitten, man. You know what I'm saying? I know the name might sound crazy, but yeah, it's like that around here. So I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. So, but yeah, we've been having water crisis, and since then we trying to do right for the city. And I'm gonna show y'all how we gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? One step at a time. Let's get it. It's Murder Mitten TV. Check it out.
Had a negative impact on thousands of residents' long-term health, and that's simply something that can't be undone. That is permanent damage. And now Flint has this reputation of you can't drink the water, and that's going to continue to keep people from wanting to even entertain the idea of moving to Flint.
And then, like I said, the people came in and fixed up the water, and I have a project. I got the receipts where I'm gonna show you how where we paid this money, and then we want to get a reimbursement. But I mean, but it's a constant problem for this elderly lady. She's on this house in Flint, and she pays her taxes and everything. But we're gonna figure out. We're gonna get down to the bottom of it, get her some help, and then the MTA rides to wellness only gives her a certain amount of rides, and she's immobile, and she has to catch the bus and walk and get her groceries and all that. So I've been trying to help her do that. I'm gonna go to the grocery store with her, and I've been helping her. I've been trying to help her with certain stuff around the house, and I'm gonna show you guys some pictures of that and everything. So just stay tuned with me. And then that garden project, and then change.org. Look me up on there. Look me up on GoFundMe. Just go to Murder Mitten, man. I know the name sound crazy, but yeah, it's a positive message. We go get this started the right way for the community. But look me up.
This is the abandoned Zimmerman Junior High School. Later, the school was turned into Mott Adult High School, and the building has been closed since 2013 after opening all the way back in 1924.
Yeah, but like I said, go look me up on change.org. Community leaders, great homeless shelters, and more. Like I said, I'm looking for someone to help me with the renovation project. If you want to buy this home or whatever, I got cars for sale too with some nice rims. Chrysler 300s had a crack on the rim, got to get it fixed. But let me know. But we gonna start this garden project, and then I'm gonna show you how that's going, and then I'm gonna show you about the housing project, how that's going with the elderly lady. And then, like I said, I've been contacting MTA and some city officials about this bus transit, and then the homeless shelters with the um, drug test center, and then also the drug testing center. Also, follow me on Murder Mini TV. Drug testing center. Also, follow me on Murder Mini TV. And stay tuned with me and just bear with me. So I'm give y'all premium content. Like I said, my phone really just stay tuned with me. And my phone kind of lagging, so get with me. Murder Men TV. I'm gonna give y'all some premium content on these, LA politics, Flint politics, Detroit. I cover Band Gang, and then Trenches News, Mickey Truth on FBG Butta, and No Limit Kyro catching these cases. Then I just did a little touching on Loose Cannon, Quilly, Big Meats, Luda Vinci, and all that. Some dudes from Detroit, and then some, Al Prophet, Cliff World TV, Wano. Go check out all my content. But like I said, it's going up. I'm gonna do this project. Y'all just stay tuned for the pictures and the videos. Sorry, I'm trying to get a camera so I can do this the right way. Good quality, and then a laptop or a computer or tablet or something for better streaming, streaming quality or something. So I'm gonna fix this and get a better mic. So just bear with me. It's Murder Men TV, man. But be on the lookout for the community leader to create homeless shelters and more on change.org, and Justice for Cliff Mack on change.org, and then on GoFundMe. I'm doing Janice Herzog's renovation project. Like I said, I'm looking into the city, trying to get reimbursed for the sewer project that we did. That was a city problem, but we spent over $1,000. We have receipts, but we don't have. I signed off a receipt. I have to call the company and see if I can get that, and then I'm gonna talk to you guys about, if you guys need legal advice or anything like that. I'm going through a little something. I'm gonna show you a little something about something. So just stay tuned. It's Murder Men TV. I'm gonna bring you some content coming soon. Just bear with me. Be patient. Just be patient. Thank you. It's Murder Men TV. And go follow my other channel at Murder Midden TV 2 Clips. Murder Midden TV Clips with K and Z. Signing out, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Cliff World. Shout out Al Prophet. Shout out everybody doing their thing. Cash Rules, Global, Stingy, KTV, Rise A Visual, Loose Cannon, Whack 100. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that gave me a little like Big Chuck, Devers, Cloud Chasers, Rockstar 100. I said Rockstar 2800. You know what I'm saying? West B, Smut Free TV. I'm trying to not forget nobody. DT Money. You know what I'm saying? Demon Time Exotics, Marathon Kid, and 600. You know what I'm saying? Shout y'all out. R&B, Whack 100, 600, Loose Cannon, Sharice Mill. Shout y'all out.